Hey guys, welcome to Stealthy Elf Productions. We're doing a pre-recorded session tonight, so we are not actually live at the moment, but we'll be hanging out in chat. Oh boy, guys, I'm nervous.
No.
If anyone can tell. We're gonna play some Pathfinder 2nd Edition for you tonight. This is session 45 of our Heroes of Histaeria campaign, Sandsea Saga.
Yeah.
We have our fantastic cast back at it again to cause some shit. Guys, before we jump in, you want to say who you are and who you play, and where folks can find you if you want them to do so. Let's start with Hannah, and then we'll go. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Hannah, and I am playing Perminia Knuckle, everyone's favorite charming gnome bard, who is also a compulsive liar. When I'm not here, you can find me over on our sister campaign, Unearthed Inheritance, playing Farron Balmiar, the farmer.
The farmer.
With a wolf. And here and there on Tales Archived. Go check out Tales Archived. It's good stuff. Next.
Ollie.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ruben Alejandro Gonzalez Rodriguez. You can call me Ollie, or Lycus, as my character is Captain Lycus D. Stratus. And you can find me online as Lycus D. Stratus on pretty much any social media. And you can find me here again, like often, next Sunday, where I'll be DMing. With Malvet's Heart, the Terramaya game. I'm bad at this part of it.
practice. Don't worry.
This is why we're going to get credit pages. Okay. Next.
Max.
All right, I am Max, and I'm going to be playing your everyday friendly Edanor, hashtag blessed, hoping to purify all these bad guys with holy flames. So, yeah, it's going to be great.
All right. Last. I'm not going to finish it. That's just mean. Go ahead.
And I'm Nigel, playing Lunazar Elwins, your expert magus and recently sanctified holy person.
Recently sanctified.
Yeah.
Newly sanctified.
Oh.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed as well.
Hashtag blessed too.
Hashtag
Blessed
not
too,
too
yeah.
branded.
Blessed, not less. All right, guys, I'm your GM. My name is David. You can catch me here as the GM of all of the Heroes of Histaeria games. That includes Sandsea Saga, Unearthed Inheritance, and New World Rebellion, which we will be playing our next session later in October. What else do I do? Oh, I'm also over at Tales Archived. I'm over at Tales Archived quite a lot. I'm probably going to be over there tomorrow night playing Whistle in the Known Realms Delish campaign. You should definitely check it out. And some other projects. And you can also catch me here in Malvet's Heart. So, more Stealthy Elf stuff. I'm stalling.
He doesn't
No more
want to
stalling.
play.
Okay, no more stalling, guys.
We got to do
He's
this.
afraid
We
he's
got to do this.
We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Okay.
You can always crank it lower than full party wipe difficulty as well. Like, you still have that option.
No.
It's like a click away.
Stat blocks are set.
I've seen you do it. It's just
Interesting that you bring that up, David. We may be discussing that on an upcoming GM Diaries. Shameless plug. Just check it out. Look for it. Okay. Are we ready?
Okay. Yeah. Our recap tonight is brought to us by the detective herself, Luna. I'm gonna read it in for you guys. Hannah, can I make a music request?
Okay.
Can I have the noir music, please?
Noir. You got it. You got it.
Just the music.
Just the music.
Just the-
Yes. Here we are.
All right. You can throw in sound effects if you want, but
Ooh.
here we go, guys. So, the case of the Unmemorables, Part 2. The black and white flickers in. The ceiling fan spins lazily, casting rhythmic shadows on the walls. The scent of stale cigar smoke lingers in the air. Muna leans back in her chair, one boot propped up on the desk, a half-burned cigar smoldering between her fingers. The city outside buzzes with the hum of people who don't know or don't care that trouble is brewing. She takes a long drag, exhales slowly, and begins. The thing about being a detective is you don't get to choose when the next mess lands in your lap. Trouble doesn't send a calling card. It just kicks down the door and makes itself at home. This time, Trouble had a name. Ralavin. Said he might attack soon, and that got us moving. Mip and I booked it to meet in Lycus and Edanor, who was sniffing around a priest at the church. Now Lycus being Lycus decided to experiment. You know, real scientific. He took a little statuette of yours truly and pressed it against the monk outside. Seemed harmless, right? Yeah, well, turns out our friendly neighborhood holy man was less pious and more blood-sucking undead abomination. You know how it goes. Just another Tuesday. She taps the cigar at the edge of the ashtray, watches the embers drop like little pieces of evidence into a case gone cold. On the way to the church, Mip and I got waylaid. Not by assassins. Not by informants. Not by some eldritch horror creeping in the dark. No. By the master leatherworker Zion Fullbreast. Yeah, that Zion. And the guy had a proposition. Something about some new items, free of charge, of course. Now, if there's one thing Mip and I can't resist, it's a new toy, and let's be honest, who turns down free stuff? Certainly not us. So naturally we made a little detour. Priorities. Once our greed was satisfied, we met back up with the others of the Grove. Figured we'd get a good night's rest before tackling the impending doom thing. The GM wasn't pleased. I could feel it in my bones. Like a storm rolling in.
Oh, Jesus.
But we slept like babies anyway. A couple of hours later, Lycus, in an act of pure self-care, took a moment to, tend to himself. Can't blame him. A man's gotta keep himself pristine. Pops. But while he was busy licking his wounds, among other things, Ira and Ralavin weren't sleeping. No, they were out making moves at the church. And before we could rub the sleep from our eyes, Lensa was gone. Kidnapped, taken, snatched up like a purse in a dark alley. So what did we do? Well, we hit the snooze button. A couple of times, actually. Look. Heroics are exhausting. And saving the town on an empty stomach? Bad business. So we took our time, rubbed the sleep from our eyes, and then, and only then, did we start plotting how to fix this godforsaken mess. The case of the unmemorables ain't over. Not by a long shot. And if there's one thing I know, it's that when Muna and Mip are on the case, things get solved. Eventually. She leans forward, putting out the cigar, the last wisp of smoke curling into the air, and as it vanishes, the creak of the ceiling fan slows to a stop. Nigel, take your hero point. That was great.
Have we
He
talked
didn't
about
even
how
rate
big
it,
of
and
a
he gets a hero point.
Yeah, you wrote it.
have we talked yet
I
in
don't give a
character?
shit.
Have we talked yet in character about how big of a dork Luna is?
Hey, I'll give you guys a moment or two if you want.
You know,
to
let's
just
talk
kinda
about
hit
that right
those
now.
notes.
Yeah.
So,
David reads a
Luna
lot better
clearly
anyways.
watches, yeah.
The
Luna
GM
clearly
part just landed
Oh,
so
yeah.
well.
That was good. That was good.
The
True.
GM was not happy.
Bullshit. The GM wasn't pleased.
Felt it in my bones.
Couldn't even get to the goddamn
Oh
one.
my God, that was good.
Okay, so let's get to gaming. Guys, we are picking up back in the Ironwood. You guys have long rested, as Luna has so succinctly recapped. I will also, too, before we move on, Nigel brought something to my attention regarding a spell, and I am giving him a hero point because that is clutch as hell. It's really cool. And so I gave him an off-screen hero point because you did some research, my man. I'm excited to see it come out. Okay, you guys are. I'll leave you still at the Grove. I'm not going to teleport you anywhere just yet. You're long rested. You know shit is going down. Columns of smoke coming up from behind the temple over the cliff above you. Party. Kids are awake. Lycus, Edanor, they are excited to see you, ecstatic, as you and your party are collecting yourselves and planning. I mean, you are just waylaid by children. Waylaid is maybe a strong word. But they jump on you, they are holding at you, they're so excited to see you. Sarah, excitedly telling Edanor about how she cast a spell for the first time.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I thought really, really hard about all the things you taught me, and it just... Well, I was pretty scared, and it just... I had to do it.
Of course. And you may have to find that you will do that time and time again in the future. And sometimes it's always scary. But you stuck by yourself, and you saved people. So I'm proud of you. So maybe we can get you an extra little treat later.
She smiles, and then she kind of touches at her neck, at the bite marks. She goes, "It's gonna hurt again. I didn't like it the first time."
Well, that's okay. Sometimes your friends blow you up, and it hurts. But it gets better.
I was catching strays.
She kind of blinks, a little taken aback, but just kind of shakes it off and hugs you hard.
Of course.
Yoma, I will say, Lycus plays it a lot cooler, a little closer to the chest. Doesn't not quite as eager. I would say actually, Yoma, I don't need you to roll for this. You can tell plainly. You've traveled with her a while. You've trained her a good bit. You've seen her when she's ecstatic. You've seen her when she's frustrated, and you can see now she's a little bit ashamed. She doesn't really want to talk about it, and she's just, "Hey, you're back. Glad you made it back. Sorry about all of this. I know it's inconvenient. Sorry."
Hey, kid, it's okay. We all fuck up sometimes. We all accidentally blow up our friends once in a while.
She looks over at Edanor. She says, "How much of that's on purpose?"
30-70.
Which way?
Rich is rich.
Yeah.
I'll never tell. But no, it's... you just have to keep getting back up and trying to move forward. So instead of focusing on whatever failings may have happened, focus on your next success. I have another mission for you. And Martha.
Martha kind of perks up at the mention. She was busy talking to Farf and the Dryad. Wow. Got on the third try. Yoma just kind of quickly, as Martha's making her way over, goes, "Okay, wait, you're not mad at me?"
Oh, I mean, you have a backlog of push-ups to do at this point, but it's okay. Shit happens. You were overly emotional, but who am I to judge someone for that? The main thing you have to do is not let it happen again, and try your best to fix what you can. And one thing you can do, and I think he pulls it like while we were getting ready, he wrote 2 letters. Give this one to Clink. Tell them to be where it says to be in 10 minutes. can get this one to Serena. 15 minutes. You understand?
Yeah. Wait, Lycus, what's going on? Martha, I'll say, comes in. Party, you're all kind of seeing this exchange happen. This isn't like a private sort of thing, I imagine. So, if you want to jump in at any point, feel free. Just saying. Yeah.
All right, Captain, what's the plan?
Lycus kind of stands up and, puts on his coat properly. Obviously, no hands. We're going to invade the church. We're going to make sure everyone in town sees us do it.
Ooh.
Wait, why the church? This is Yoma.
Well, where else would vampires hide if not the church?
Vampire.
Sanctuary.
Yes, we must cleanse it.
Like, there are vampires in town?
Oh, there's so much to catch up on. But you two, Martha, get to the ship, get the letters where they need to go, and in case we fail, run.
Run?
They have the weapon we've been holding on to. We don't know how catastrophic it might be, but if it goes off, you don't want to be nearby.
Yoma looks down at the ground, pretty ashamed of the mention of the weapon. I will say that, all of you can see. And she kind of perks up and goes, wait, is Canary at the church?
Most likely.
She looks immediately, her gaze just like flicks from Edanor as he says that, snaps back to you, Lycus, and goes, you've got to take me with you. Please.
Absolutely not.
I gotta get my shot at her again. After what she did to Sarah, come on.
We will
It's not
handle
just going
that.
to be her, though.
Well, it's not just going to be me, right?
Put my
Looks to the
hand
party.
on Yoma's shoulder. Get the mission done, and you'll land a blow on her like she's never felt before.
The first mission is to protect the crew and make sure your sister's safe.
Yeah. You guys have to get this done. The mission hinges on it. And
Okay. If I get this done, can I get back to the church quickly?
when you give the letter Serena, you'll know what to do.
She looks between Lycus and Edanor. She goes, all right, just... when we take her down, please, she's mine.
Okay.
If she's still breathing,
Edanor, come on.
I'm not going to risk anything.
I think that's enough. Why don't you guys get going? The faster the better.
Lycus. And I will allow Edanor to aid here. Can I get a diplomacy check from the two of you? Edanor to aid. Edanor will aid with diplomacy as well, or intimidation I would allow. Meanwhile, Lycus, I'm assuming diplomacy would be how you want to approach.
That'll be my preferred.
Okay.
Let's-
And I think given your parenting approach. Quick also, just remember, all of you guys, don't forget your starting hero point.
Mm-hmm.
I told you guys Nigel's got the one for Nigel's loaded. He's got all three.
And they don't carry over, do they?
They don't.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
because he got the other. He got one for the other one. So yeah, he's got all three.
Correct.
Good,
He's
good.
got all three. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Edanor, why don't you give us your diplomacy or intimidation?
It was intimidation at 32.
32. That's a critical success. That's a +2 to your roll, Lycus.
All right. With a +2.
The best of so.
With a +2, that's 27.
27. 27 is a result. We'll see how it plays out. But it's noted.
Yeah, Edanor is going to also talk to Sarah.
Yeah.
One last moment before they kind of leave.
Yeah.
Just gonna say, Sarah, no matter what, you stay on that ship. And if things start looking a little spicy, I want you to run back to the Frog Grove for help, okay? With the ship.
But I don't know how to fly. I don't know. how to
Well, it
fly
won't just be
boats.
you on the ship. We have the crew.
Oh,
They'll fly with you. But you can't leave the ship.
but what if you're not on the ship?
Oh,
you can
I'll
fly.
be okay. I can fly,
You
yes.
can fly. Okay, that makes sense. All right. I talked myself through it. Thanks.
Kid logic.
I'll catch up.
She just kind of gives you a squeeze and she says, "Okay, come home soon."
Okay, you keep the teddy bear.
She'll
keep you
gives
safe.
her the squeeze. I'll give a roll.
Yep.
A 2.
2. I gotta.
First GM roll of the game. Teddy bear.
Let me pull up my other one.
Oh yeah. I gotta copy and paste that shit over at some point.
Yeah. I just have to pull up.
No worries. In the meantime, party, the girls will get together and they'll take off. Yoma gives you one more like, I'll be there as quick as I can.
I know.
And then party takes off, and you can see Yoma is like, as you guys are watching from the tent, Yoma is moving Martha along. Like, come on, let's go. We gotta hurry up. There's no time to look at the flowers. Come on.
I love her bloodlust.
And then she's on. Well, also there's the smoke, the columns of smoke, and Martha like looks up and you can see she's like nervous as shit. She just goes, "Oh, okay, come on, girls, come on. We have to hurry. The captain gave us a mission. Let's go."
As they're hustling away, you just hear, "I'll always give a hoot about your happiness." Coming from the teddy bear. The owl bear.
The little owlbear plushie. Okay. Party. It's just you guys. Now that the role play is
Finally.
over, the obligatory role play. Yeah, sorry, Luna.
Finally, they left. You two need to get those 2 more disciplines. That took. We're on a time limit here.
Both of them disciplined. I think there's one that needs a little more discipline than the other, but we'll get to that later, Lycus.
Oh,
I don't know. I
not
think Sarah has
competition.
plenty of discipline.
It's totally a competition.
Yeah, you're right.
due to recent circumstances, I feel compelled to agree to Edanor more now.
All right.
Um,
How are we going
okay,
to?
I happen to remember
investigation?
before we came into this reality, I did do a check on what that bomb was capable of. And
Yes.
where we are now, it is much, much stronger.
Oh my.
You have to think of it not as something that is a explosion of fire and sound waves. You have to think of it as you have to remember where this came from. We got it from an air elemental ship from Serico.
Yes.
This bomb is a storm in a bottle, in a way, where it is a living elemental being trapped within that sphere.
So it would wreak havoc on the entire city. That's what you're saying.
It has the capability to destroy this city, to the rest of the Ironwoods if it goes wild.
Mm.
But
Do
I
you
thought
know-
everyone should know.
Do you know what it takes to activate it? Set it off?
It's not that difficult. You can activate it just, within your hands. You could throw it. Mechanically, it is a 2-action.
But like, do you need to speak a magic word or just open a bottle or?
Not as far as I recall.
Yeah, you just Luna, your check. You just have to basically break
The seal.
The seal. Yeah, just break it. You also know that it is volatile, which is why it was kept in that black sand chest.
Mm.
You just kind of going off the earth elemental containing that black sand, element of earth containing that spear.
So it's best to picture it like a hurricane that is like a living hurricane that's going to come out of that.
So
Hurricane in
we
the box.
basically want to make sure that it doesn't get opened. We cannot let the seal be broken. Yes?
Correct. But at least it's not once it's opened, we instantly die. But its destruction capability is still massive.
What do you mean? It's like a slow release?
No, it compared to just an explosion that happens instantaneously,
Oh.
this is a hurricane. Like we still have a chance to do something if it gets unlocked. Versus if it was an explosion, then it's just,
What can you
It's
do
flesh.
when a hurricane is coming? What do you mean?
Get low.
let's just say you don't instantly die.
Well, yeah.
You could, you will eventually, but it's not instantaneous like a fire explosion.
No, I understand. So it's just going to bring us a severe storm to the area
That is alive, yes.
that is alive, that is an elemental, spirity thing.
Correct.
Okay, okay.
Well,
It
I think our best course of action is to stop that from happening. Luna,
Sure.
Pim, once the commotion starts, are you ready?
Of course.
I like the shoulder rollbacks.
But how will
I
we
have the
get in
capability-
unseen? Hmm.
If only
I'm
there
glad
was
you
something
asked.
that could happen.
because once again, Mip and Muna's on the case.
Ah,
I have a spell that can make us both invisible called, looks at the camera, shared invisibility.
You can make me invisible?
For up to 10 minutes, both of us. And the best part, we can see each other. While within-
OMG.
That's really
You just have to be
cool.
within 30 feet of me.
Okay, so I gotta stay close. Okay.
That's a pretty cool spell.
And if I go further than 30 feet, I'm no longer invisible?
Correct. And if you do any hostile actions
Hostile actions.
while invisible, that will end the spell and probably end us both.
You know, I don't know what that means.
What if I go 40 feet away and then come back within 30 feet? No?
When you break 30 feet, unless the spell has other verbiage in it, you can drop the link for it. if
What's
you
the
want.
verbiage, Luna?
Yeah.
What does it exactly say? I would
What
like
is
it
to.
specifically
What are the
says,
rules of the
if you
room?
leave the spell area, you become invisible and remain so even if you return to.
Wait.
Wait,
Say
just
that
like-
again?
Yeah.
Read that
wait.
again. That didn't sound.
That didn't sound bad.
If you leave the spell, so if I cast a spell, if you leave the 30 feet range,
Uh-huh.
you become visible
Oh.
and you can't return.
And I
back.
You said
can't
invisible
return.
the first
You said invisible the first time. I was
Did
like,
say
huh?
wrong?
Well,
Oh,
you
sorry.
froze on my screen, so.
Yeah, you froze on my thing.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Oh, you
And,
have all
Shared invisibility, David, in case you want to.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm looking at it now.
just above table, what, I mean, hostile action, like, I have.
It has to be something.
There,
So I
you
read
do
up
an
on it.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
there's definition in the thing.
What's the
It has to
hostile
be
action?
something that you do that can lead to harm, whether directly or indirectly. But there's a caveat where there has to have been like some notion that this action could have led to harm, whether directly or indirectly. So if I cast a spell to buff my sword, for example, I think that now counts as a hostile action. But if you open the door and release a monster, for example, that doesn't count as a hostile action.
Yeah, like if you didn't know the monster was there. kind of thing. Yeah,
Okay.
if you buff your sword.
So
It's a
things
little
like-
tricky.
But like something like a sleep spell?
Hostile.
Is that harm?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a hostile action. I would consider that a hostile action.
Okay. Just checking, just making sure.
But like a heal spell, Granted,
very hostile to
yes, it's very hostile to vampires. So that is also context specific.
Oh yeah, let's talk about weaknesses. What can we do that's special against vamps?
You know,
Thank you for mentioning that.
You're welcome.
This morning, I realized I have a way to potentially find out more information. So this is what Lunaso is going to do. She's going to trace a circle, kind of like a Doctor Strange in a way.
Yeah.
And viewing from within that circle is like a magical library where you see books moving from shelf to shelf. And it's like moonlight coming from a large window. And she's going to cast Pocket Library. And from there, she's going to go in and pull it out. This is kind of like her mind palace in a way. And pull out a book. How to Kill a Vampire. And
Luna, that was so cool. When did you learn all this stuff?
That's a pretty great spell.
We could really
what?
use that in the library on the ship.
Yeah.
I've always had it, and I just haven't needed it until today.
Cool.
So you've been holding out on me. I
So-
will remember this.
Well, she
I'm
had
sorry,
it
brother.
until today.
Sorry, brother. Father? Brother?
So what this does is, it gives me a +1 to a recall knowledge. So I'm going to add it to religion. What makes this a little bit more interesting is that if the roll is successful and the subject is a creature, you gain additional information or context about that creature. That's what makes it better than just like a guidance spell,
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
example.
True. Okay.
Is that
really
a
cool.
status bonus or a circumstance bonus?
Yeah,
Status?
status.
Okay.
Okay. Because you can also, I would also say this works directly into Pursue a Lead too.
That would be that would be a circumstance bonus added.
Cool.
And I don't know if you have any sort of item bonus, but if you wanted to try to max out, but you got like a status and a circumstance there.
Oh, I have something really good in case this doesn't succeed.
Oh, okay. Well, hit me with a roll.
Rolling.
Ooh, chonk.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
on it head.
okay.
Dunk.
So,
So, you got 3 hero points.
I think I should burn one because this is a knowledge base. Yeah, I got
this is
fuck you. I
gonna
got a
be
natural
important.
one.
Oh, no, no, no.
that's
Burn,
a-
burn one.
critical fail. I would be able to lie to you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Feed you
Let's
false
see.
info.
This would be.
Vampires love unholy damage. Or sorry, they love holy damage. They want you to do nothing but holy damage to them.
Damn right.
What's my skills?
Gonna give them what they want. Gotta give the people what they want.
My
This would
reverse
be-
psychology didn't work,
So the
apparently.
roll is a 21.
The roll is a 21. Okay. And
If
this
it's
is just
not a
recall.
success, I can do something about it.
Okay. And this is with your bonuses.
Yeah, I didn't roll that high.
With a 21. 21, unfortunately, is a regular failure.
Okay, I have something called Cognita's Crossover. So if I fail a recall knowledge check, my 2 are religion and arcana. I can now switch that and roll an arcana roll on that. And that's a
Okay.
plus 18.
Okay.
Dude,
Hey, David.
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
there's that finger you wanted.
He really was just waiting to throw this shit.
Finally get to use that ability.
He's
I
like
have it sitting in my
That's
back
a-
pocket as well.
Christmas morning for Luna.
That is a tricky ability to use too, because you gotta line it up like that. That's,
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
like nice, well played. Well
Rolled
played,
a
sir.
14, so that's 32 plus, so 34 total.
Yo.
4 is a critical success.
Oh,
From a
what we're
failure to
doing.
a crit success.
we
That
know
would-
everything.
You know a lot. Okay. Okay.
What to reveal?
I will give you this. Because as you're kind of going through it, right? You're using Arcana here, right? So I think it's gonna, the stuff you're looking at is, the stuff that you come across are some of the more supernatural qualities of vampires. among some of the stuff that Edanor remembered, where vampires have a hierarchy, this book covers a little bit of the types of vampires. Because there's more than just one type of vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that stands out to you, as you were looking through here, is the lore of a vampire type called a Vetalarana. So these Vetalarana. The book tells you that these vampires feed on not just blood, but emotions, thoughts, and memories. You know that like most vampires, they are undead. They have that trait. And the associated drawbacks and stuff, but I'm just looking at something here. Vetalaranas, what makes them somewhat different from other vampires is that, this is key, in order to kill them, you have to destroy their brain.
Easy.
You have to destroy their brain. Otherwise, it looks like, according to this, just like other vampires, they can respawn, basically. They can come back.
So not even decapitation? Like you have to crush the brain organ?
Doesn't specify in the book, but I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Just slice it in half, or whatever.
Slice it
just
in half
destroy
or
it.
bludgeon it or...
With a crack of the knuckles, just like, so just aim for the head? Easy enough.
And we know this is the type of vampire that we're up against?
This is so, David. Is this the remastered name of the?
No, there is no remastered version of it. This is just from the Book of the Dead.
Okay, so this is.
Yeah. So it's technically pre-remastered
No.
content, but it's still good for the rest of the game.
We know this. Sorry, I just read because I have it as another name, but then I just saw it says it. So I also wrote it wrong. It's Vetalaranas, right?
Yeah, I kind of like, it's like petal, P-E-T-E-L, but V. So V-E-T-A-L, and then Arana, A-R-A-N-A.
The reason I know that this would be the case with the vampire's hair is because I know this is what Ralavan is. Because it's partially what I am.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. We crushed their brains.
Good, now I know how to kill you if I need to.
Yeah.
That wasn't the point of that, but okay.
I guess we know
delightful
that you're very
Silverling.
durable.
So that's technically a vulnerability, a little bit of lore, right? I think with a critical success, you technically get 2 vulnerabilities or something, right? Or you get to choose another one. So I gave you lore as kind of like the bonus because of the spell.
Yeah.
I gave you a vulnerability, the brain destruction. But you have one more thing you can ask of the stat block. Is there anything else on the stat block that you were looking for in particular? A special ability, other weaknesses, resistances, anything like that. I also told you that they're undead, but that's not hard to know.
What do you guys think?
You ask about immunities. I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to lead you anywhere specific. Just trying to give you an idea of what
Like options?
Yeah.
I would say either resistances or immunities. Or another weakness. But we already know, like,
Cold iron.
Cold iron.
cold iron and holy.
Holy, right?
Would we be able to find out like a numerical, like mechanical part of this, or that there is a weakness?
I will say, the tricky
if it's
thing
like
with
weakness
the
3 or
number is that these are you know about the hierarchy thing. So like, for example, Ralavan's number is not going to be the same as Thrall's number.
Just get a resistance or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
Yeah, I guess so. We have an idea. I'll go. Okay, let's go resistances. It was like that or special abilities, but I guess I'll go.
Well, I
We
mean,
won't get hit
also
by
it might
special
be
ability.
nice to know if you kill Ralavan, if the rest of them become not.
Die.
I'll give you this because I give you the. Hang on.
But then you would die too if that was the case.
The
I don't know.
ultimate
He said I was partial.
So for resistance,
part of them dies.
here
The
is-
left half.
Stroke victim.
Hey guys.
Here is the resistance that you get. Because this is pertinent. They resist physical damage,
Motherfucker.
except for cold iron.
Except
which
for
you
cold
know.
iron. Okay.
Including like holy stuff, if it's spirit damage.
If it's spirit damage, it's not.
Okay.
No. You could,
Okay,
because
It's
cool.
not
that's
physical,
spirit-
right?
yeah, that's
Mhm.
spirit damage. But like physical damage would be like bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
Piercing, yeah.
Piercing, slashing, bludgeoning.
But
So
cold iron is not resisted.
Okay.
So that's important because remember that means that cold iron isn't a weakness. You're not adding number. You're not getting modifier for the cold iron damage. You're getting consistent.
You're
damage.
removing a. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're removing a resistance.
Correct.
with
You're
the
removing.
second-
Wait, explain that. You're removing a resistance.
It's like addition by subtraction in a way. If they're resistance 5 to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing,
Uh huh.
but if you use cold iron, then they're no longer resistance 5.
Correct.
Okay. So if you have like a cold
For example.
iron knife or something.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
work fine.
Your cold damage will go through.
What if you
So-
what if you like attach a piece of cold iron to a weapon?
Yeah, that's on the DM. I was thinking about that, but I don't know
Like
if that
a-
gets around.
like an
crafting.
amulet.
Crafting check, and I think I'll probably put a penalty on.
There's a
something, but
ladybug on my mic.
I can hear it.
I was thinking about things, David, like shaving some of the statue on weapons and stuff, but I feel like we're bypassing crafting.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
something.
That'd be tough.
So, if that's the case, how would you guys feel if I held on to the statue and used it to beat them to death? Because otherwise, my fists are not going to cut it.
Well, that's fine.
I think that's fine. I mean, I think Luna and I can go in and be like Operation Sneak until we're not invisible anymore. So you can keep the thing that makes your damage better.
All right.
If Luna's okay with that.
Lycus, you can basically treat that as like a club.
I do have a spell that can make. Maybe when we actually get into the thick of things, I have a spell that can make your attacks holy.
Oh.
So you do vitality damage, and then all your strikes would have that holy trait.
That would be very good.
Okay. Let's
But-
hold on to that
Yeah.
for when the fight is really kicking. I think it's almost time for us to get going now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
not slowing down. And I would
You guys
say
ready for
too. Yeah. Go ahead.
you guys ready for the first part of the plan? We got to make some noise.
Ready.
Yes. I'm gonna pull out my obsidian edge for this combat. And I've already moved my eminence of my gleaming blade to it, so it's got so it's now spiritual in nature.
Do you want like a fanfare when we enter?
Oh, the entire way there.
Okay.
Aren't you going to be invisible?
Not yet.
Not until the action starts.
Fair enough. I would think we'd be distracting you up front while you try to sneak in the side.
There'll
Well,
be plenty of distraction, I think.
We're known for our entrances. We have to make
sure.
good entrances.
It's much
Very
more
fair
important than being strategically smart.
It's all about the flair, guys. As he like throws open the tarp of the tent.
Yeah. Pim walks out and casts Summon Instrument, and it's like one of those old medieval, like really long horns that you see like
Oh,
announcing the
yeah,
king.
Yeah, like a herald.
And I'm just
Lycus
playing it the whole way.
Lycus starts just yelling out into the
Oh no, Rosen.
Yelling out into the
town.
Into the
People of the
wild.
Yardwood,
Oh.
are you ready for a story? We are the Merry Folk, and we are here to save the Ironwood.
Oh wait.
everybody's dying and screaming and running away.
You make your call, and there's a lot of people in the streets. They've all kind of been moving out, and now, in terms of the time of day, you guys having rested, it's kind of late in the day, right? Your sleep cycle is basically off of everybody else's. So this is like roughly
It's third
yeah.
shift.
Yeah,
Is it midday or something, or like one?
it's more like late afternoon because you guys went to
Ah.
sleep very early morning.
Right. He keeps yelling out, just trying to get as much attention as possible with all this the fanfare that Pim's providing. Monsters have infested your home. If you want to figure out what's going on, follow the Merry Folk. We'll reveal everything to you. The secrets of Lenza and Kyra, and more.
People are whispering. They as the trumpet is playing, and as the four of you are marching down the street, townsfolk who are standing outside, who are looking at the column of smoke, looks of fear on their faces, pointing with uncertainty. At this call, the heads turn, whispers are shared, and nods exchanged. And people start to fall in behind you guys. They want the truth. They want to know what's going on. And you guys don't seem... you guys obviously don't seem like you're trying to hurt anybody, right? Rather the opposite, you're inviting them over. And a lot of people are taking you up on the offer. Searching for answers. They follow you guys.
So we march our way up towards the church, kind of, pulling in whoever we can with the same sort of offers.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to the front of the church.
So, as you're approaching the church, the crowds do build more and more.
Perfect.
As you're approaching, you can see not only is there a crowd behind you, but as you get onto the same platform as the church, there is a crowd ahead of you. Lots of people have already gathered outside the church. And as you get closer, you see all the heads start to turn towards you, and people kind of tap each other on the shoulder as they kind of make way for the party to walk forward. And as you move forward past the crowd, again, a lot of uncertain looks, a lot of angry looks, a lot of worried looks. You see up ahead of you, as the crowd clears, Jeffrey and Tiff. Both standing there, along with several other Ironborn Rangers who look haggard and tired, just spent, right? As the two Ironborn Rangers that you know, Tiff and Jeffrey, look up to you, and you can see that they look tired. Jeffrey's got a black eye kind of blooming up on the face, and he says, "Oh, good. See? I told you they'd be here. Don't worry. We kept them away from the temple until you guys got here. We didn't want anything to... It's bad, Mr. Lycus. Captain Lycus." This is not Jeffrey's voice. Who's this person?
That's kind of
Jeffrey,
kinky.
did you get the building plans?
I think it's a little late.
I remember Jeffrey's voice now. I tried, but
Okay.
they didn't.
Just tell me this, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Are there lower levels to this church? Multiple floors.
I believe yes. Yes, there's a crypt. There's a crypt beneath the church.
Okay. Do you know where the entrance is in the building?
Yes. I attended a ceremony with Lenza. We had to deliver some items, and of course, being a quartermaster, I had to help
Good
deliver
job,
'em.
Jeffrey. Good job.
Why,
Good,
thank
good.
you.
And what part of the building is it in? Is it like
It's in the
northwest, northeast? Which corner?
north
or
east.
center? I don't know.
northeast corner.
Northeast
The kitchen.
corner. Kitchen.
Aye, in the kitchen. Why?
Okay.
What does that have to do with things?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
You've done a great job, Jeffrey. Now, Rangers, please step aside.
What? They kind of start to move aside. Tiff leans in, and you can see her. She looks worried, right? Soot on her face. What's happening, Lycus? What's happening, Captain? Are you here to
Look,
rescue
Henry.
Lenza?
Oh, we sure are. Just trust us and stay out of the way. Keep yourself safe. Luna, any
Before you call out, she just kind of presses a hand to your shoulder and says, "With all due respect, Captain, this is my town. That's my commander, and these are my rangers. If there's a fight, and let me tell you, what you're about to walk into is probably going to be a fight, then we're going to stand at your side. We're not going to wait behind."
Keep any of them from getting out.
Well, you can walk with us, but just walk like 10 to 15 meters behind.
Fine. I can. That's fine. I've got a bow. I suppose I can provide range support.
Do you have cold iron arrowheads?
Cold iron's a very uncommon material. No.
It was
And
worth a
there's
shot.
nothing you can do.
Okay.
Too
then.
bad.
You're getting what
Shame.
you did. Okay. The Ironborn Rangers fall in behind you. Tiff, Jeffrey, several Rangers. Again, those of you who kind of spotted earlier, I believe it was Edanor and Luna. You guys know, again, these are not the highest level Rangers.
No.
But they stand with you and behind you about 15 feet as instructed. And as your party is walking towards the temple, you quickly meet another gathering, another crowd. People who look angry. People who are stomping their feet and cheering back in a chorus. You can, as you get closer, you start to hear that there is someone leading this conference. Someone speaking with such passion and fervor that these crowds gathering directly outside the temple.
Can I take when this is happening?
This is definitely
Can I, if we're walking here and this is something being noticed, that I would put a hand on Pim and try to then have both of us slow down and blend more into the crowd.
Into your crowd that's with you? Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, behind. So
You
we're gonna
put-
have like slow down.
You put a hand on Pim, and she's like, "Is it happening? Are we invisible?"
Not yet. We need to blend into the crowd. If they saw us in front, but I think
Okay.
we should try and make our move now.
Okay, let's do it. I don't know why I'm whispering.
We're pretty much, as I was talking, we're pretty much looking to see, is there another way for us to enter this church besides the very main entrance? From the picture, we saw that it was scaffolding behind or something like that.
Ooh.
Sure.
But-
I'll
Should
tell you
we
what,
go
let's
to
move
the
over
map?
to the updated map, and then I'll continue with the description of what's going on.
Roll 20.
To the map.
And the map!
Who are these massive
So these are the crowds of people.
Oh, okay.
Again, I don't want to jump to maps until we actually need them, but since you guys are referencing the map, let's just do it. Okay, I'll continue with the description. As you guys are walking up to the temple, you see the crowds of people. You also see that there are several giant bonfires that have kind of been lit on the outside of the temple, and there is an individual at the front steps standing on a platform, a rather very put together, noble looking elven woman, kind of platinum blonde hair and these bright forest green eyes. and she is calling out to the crowd. You can see several, just outside of the platform, you can see it is flanked by several Hyrengar who are all kind of looking around. Luna and Pim, you recognize the one individual at the front, bald head, thick beard, very mean-looking face. This was the individual who went into Zion Full Rest's tent just a few hours ago. The crowd around her is just frenetic. She's calling out stuff like, "Are you all tired of being subjected to tyranny? Yeah! We are not the voiceless exiled. Nay, we are a resistance. We are the last of the loyal citizens of Azerfast. Yeah!
You are full of shit.
They all kind of, the people all just kind of turn, and she looks down from her podium at you and your crowd. She goes, "Ah, and what have we here? A gathering of more tyrants?"
There's only
Is the
one
church front door open?
No, it's closed.
Closed? Okay.
Closed. Door's closed.
Sorry. Continue.
I believe your name is Kyra.
Indeed. And I do not know yours.
I am Lycus D. Stratus, captain of the Merryfolk, world-renowned pirate, and the man who's about to lay down the truth of everything you've done here. You're no savior. You've caused more pain here than anyone else. I would even argue that you and your people, no, sorry, your slaves, they are the murderers. They have caused the troubles that these people have been experiencing.
She shakes her head. The crowds that are around you, you are, Lycus, you and your party are caught between a massive group of Iron Woodians behind you, as well as Ironborn Rangers, and then these crowds that are kind of gathered around the outside of the temple. So there are a lot of people around you, a lot of eyes, and a lot of mixed reactions. As you say, as you make these claims and you lay them at her feet, the people, her exiled, begin stomping angrily, like, "Oh, you fallen slaves! What do you think you're doing here? Who are you?" You know, just kind of like yelling back at you. And she shakes her head. She shakes her head and she looks at you. She looks down at you, kind of lifts her head up to kind of like look down at you even more from her perch up here, as she says, "Ah, so the rumors are true. I told you, Lensa, the Shrike, consorting with pirates. Unable to be an effective leader, she decided to enlist brigands to keep all of you in line." She points at her crowd, and they are just getting so stirred up. They are looking at you now with just massive scowls. While the Ironwood crowd behind you is like, "No, you're the problem. It's you did all of this." All right, a lot of emotions flying around. I just want to check in with the party real quick, because Pim and Luna, you guys said are you still peeling off? Or you're like in the crowd?
In the crowd, yeah, intent to peel off and try and
Yeah, I think we're just waiting for the right moment.
Okay, cool. You guys let me know when you find your moment. Then Edanor, anything from you at JD's?
Yeah, so I think Edanor, as kind of Lycus is starting to kind of say his piece and whatnot, Edanor is also going to have his he has had his sword out this entire
Yeah, I was going to say the weapon's
right?
out, and I will say,
Oh.
Edanor, I just want to do this. This guy lines up He's got his weapon out as well. It's a battle
And-
axe.
And
He
who is
lines
that
up
guy? Is that one of the?
That's one of the Hirengar, the bald, like mean-looking one. You don't
Sure.
recognize him, but
No.
Pim and Luna do know that this dude was bad news, and he's got his axe. He's got a battle axe in his hands, and he kind of steps forward as he sees your weapon out, and he's kind of just shooting you a dirty scowl.
Well, well, well. It seems the ones who turn to mercenaries and murderers are actually you, Kyra. As you are consorting with the vampires and these Hirengar mercenaries, they are the worst of the worst scum. They are unholy. But fear not, we will cleanse this temple. So I advise you step aside and move away, Hirengar, and allow us to do our duty. And I'm going to point my sword at him and essentially try to intimidate him. And
I think when he does that, Pim's gonna just kind of reach up and pull on the side of his tunic and just say, "Hey, give him hell, Edanor." And that's heroism. For 10 minutes, you have a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks.
all right.
I'll try to remember to remind you.
Yes,
Kyra.
I'll try to remember.
Kyra scoffs.
Well, can I roll this
Oh, yeah,
check
sure.
first?
Yeah.
Because
Right,
you
right,
could do something very interesting. So.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that is, it's a +1, right? Okay.
Skill
So
checks.
that is 18 plus 1. So that's 19 plus plus 16. So it's 35 to demoralize.
To demoralize. Now, hang on, man. Hang on now. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
That's a heck of a roll.
Hang on now.
Getting him off guard. Is that what you're doing?
I mean, I'll definitely give him frightened, but I kind of want to just make sure, like, we're still in role play.
Right. But I want
So-
him. Essentially, I want to roll the demoralize to more so to try to see if I critically succeed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to trigger terrified retreat, so he just has to run away from me for a little bit.
Okay.
So
I got you.
it's not like he's running away far, but I think that would, that's a very visual thing.
Right, with all these people
The
watching.
big bad guy shits his pants a little bit right in front of
Sure,
him.
Maybe he wants to
Okay.
run back into the building, perhaps.
Okay.
At least a step
Yeah.
back, At least a
With
step.
a moment of an open door.
Let's see. So demoralize. That's against will, right?
Luna,
Against will DC?
Now!
Yeah.
Will save.
Against will DC.
As soon as that door opens.
Make an intimidation check. Against the target's will DC. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
What was the result again?
It was a
35.
35.
35 against his will DC is a regular success.
Well,
Just
he's still shaking. Shit.
He's kind of sweating. You can see a bead of sweat starting to roll down the face. He kind of
Pim's gonna kind of tuck back in the crowd, just like behind someone, and yell out in a weird voice, "He's a murderer! Murderer!"
there's a lot of these calls going around. As the call of murderer, I think, is taken up, right? But Kyra scoffs at the Edanor and Lycus, and says, I have heard some things about you, Captain Lycus. And this one kind of nods at you, Edanor. I take it as one of your people?
First mate.
Tell me, Captain, is there not an Azafastian in your crew?
crew is-
Someone of a certain nobility?
I know nothing of Azavastian nobility.
That we agree on.
And why would I? all of your titles are but trash, are but bolstering, are but ways to oppress the people. Not just the Ironwood people, but you refugees as well. You're being held back by her demands, by her imposing herself as above you, as your leader without ever demanding the respect of one. She instead uses fear. She works with the conquering host. She betrays you, takes from the Ironwood people, pits you against each other. And I have proof. I would like to summon forth Clink.
Oh.
I would like to call
You
to
were
the
hoping
witness
Clink was-
stand.
I call to the stand, Clink. And a friend whose name I forgot, but it's written down, but it's so far up that I have to scroll.
Skork.
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 I call to the stand, Clink.
You call
and
out
Skork.
for Clink,
To one whole skork.
and the crowd's kind of like, murder, Clink, step forward, Clink. Clink. Is there a Clink? Taking Clink.
As this is going on, like as it was getting heated, for example, I'm gonna kneel down and tell Pim, all right, it's time to make our move.
Let's go. Pim is so
And
excited.
I'll cast shared invisibility.
Okay.
So as I do that, I tap her shoulder, it's time to make her move, and then just like one frame we're there, next frame,
Oh.
gone,
Disappeared.
undetected.
No, so no one can see us right now.
Only we can see each other, no one else can see us. Stay within 30 feet of me, or they will see you.
Okay, let's go.
Hey.
So,
I'll get back to Lycus and Edanor in just a moment here. Clink, Luna and Pim, where do you guys go?
We're heading
You wanna
to
try-
the northeast. Well,
I think
is this like north north on this
just
map?
or just keep the map directions as northeast. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I think we should
yeah.
actually come in. No, might as well try for the most direct route, right? But there's these guys
outside
here.
of the door, yeah.
Okay.
We-
I'm gonna come back to you guys. You guys planned. I want to kind of
Okay.
continue. I want to continue riding the momentum I've got here with Lycus.
Okay.
You make a call for Clink, and no Clink emerges. She says, "You want to speak of evidence? Why, just this day, this very day, not one, but two of my people have either died, as in the case of our dearly departed Zion," and you hear like grumbles, killed by a mysterious gnome, one that had been seen leaving their ship, points at you, Lycus, and then dear Audrey. You all know Audrey. He's disappeared. Again, last seen in the presence of the gnome. Where is your gnomish companion, Captain? If there is to be a trial, let them stand.
Let them stand. You should be standing trial for your trespasses. As you come here as refugees, stirring up trouble, as these people take you in when Azafast would not. You come here yelling and sitting on your throne of lies.
Edanor, please. Don't blame the refugees for her choices. She is the problem.
That is fair. Perhaps we should duke this out in a trial of combat against your fair, frightened captain who's shitting his pants in front of us.
He looks down and she says, "Bad nerd, get it together." And he kind of spits on the ground. trying to put on a tough face. It's clear he's kind of he's like looking at Edanor like, wait a second. That guy's bigger than I thought. And she says, "You want violence, Captain?"
Also, just
I
a
want
clarifying
the
point.
truth.
Can we tell if any of the people behind her that like look angry, are any of those look like vampires or anything like that? If they look haggard or anything?
You'll have to make a medicine check on that.
Okay. But just as this is going on,
Yeah, yeah. And
It gets
she
pertinent.
asks you, Lycus, violence is what you seek?
I don't want violence. I want the truth. I want these people to know what you've done to them.
What I've done to them. I led them. I led them. After
You
Azathoth.
took advantage of them.
How dare you?
You're using them as stepping stools to gain power that you never had because you're jealous of a
I am
hierarchy.
the voice of their struggle.
Then let
Against
them
you.
speak. Shut your mouth and let them speak for what they need.
My good people. What do you desire? Do you desire to let this no-name brigand of the sea, long gone?
My name is Lycus.
also I rolled a 30
On the medicine?
on the medicine.
The people don't look infected.
Okay.
And I would say none of the Hirengar or the thing,
Or
the
the-
townsfolk look infected. Then she says, I have not even brought forward the most grievous sin that these pirates have committed. For they travel with one Lunasra Elwins, daughter of the usurper Doriander. My good people, if you want to return to your home, if you want to return to Azafast and make the usurper pay for banishing you and leaving you to the cruelties of this afterworld, then arrest them. She points at you, Lycus. The Hirengar at her side, they are not intimidated, but they kind of flank, and you can see they will draw their crossbows. The people look towards you, Lycus. I'm gonna give you your shot here to make an Edanor. You can aid here to try to sway the people, but as of right now, they are looking to swarm you. So
Okay.
just before we go into initiative, you have one chance to stop them. If you get a critical success, both crowds back off. If you get a single success, one crowd backs off. Failure, well, we go from there.
Okay.
So, Edanor, I know intimidation is probably what you want to go with, so feel free. Lycus, sounded diplomatic, but I will allow you to say how you want to approach it.
I think Lycus steps up a little bit, and he looks specifically to the refugees. Would you truly blame the sins of a parent on their child? Would you blame others for something that they could not control? You yourselves are in a place where you are held accountable for the actions of the world, seen as a hindrance. This is not your fault. You should have been welcomed. Lenza failed you, but so has Kyra. I know that this is a horrible time for all of us. What you need is not a master. It's not a protector. It's hope. And he pulls out the flask We have opportunity. We have a way to make sure everyone can live. And I want to open it up and show them what it can do.
Woo!
Okay.
I want to cast the geyser at Kyra.
Oh,
Let's go.
this is definitely going to be initiative.
No
I know.
shit.
And I'm going to say that I don't think this is really going to contribute to getting the people to stop rushing you. I was really with you there for a moment, like this. And then
I
you
think
went
you actually
aggro.
had it. I think you actually had it.
You had it, dude. You had it. But here we go.
How about this? How about this?
How'd you
What if he shoots it
No.
in the air?
What if I shoot it up towards her? I just want her to get drenched to like make her look bad.
You need to
Maybe make
cool
her-
off. Something like that.
Maybe make her slip on the scaffolding so she's not.
Okay,
so
if it's
cool.
not if it's not targeted at an individual, then it doesn't have to be initiative. If you're just shooting it at the sky kind of thing, I will say that can
could
be.
I shoot it? Could I shoot it like at the doors, like trying to open the doors behind her?
You don't
Like, I know
have a
she's-
great shot because there's that whole like scaffolding mini stage up there. And then there's like a few NPCs in the way like that would be seen as hostile. It's just in their general direction. Like
Okay.
any shot in their general direction has got to be perceived as aggressive. I mean,
That's
they are
fair.
already making like the Highring are already coming in on you. This is just
Yeah.
to see if you can deal with the crowd.
No, I think instead, I think you're right. As funny as it would be to just blast her ass off the scaffolding, I don't think that's the vibe I was trying for there.
Sure.
So I say the thing that I said, and then I just
Yeah.
hold up the flask and I let it rain. I let the geyser go off,
Okay.
and the last thing I say is, we have hope. We can start again, and we don't need the structures, the control, the oppression of the past.
Beautiful. Go ahead, make your checks, Edanor. You were using an intimidate, I imagine. You can add any
Yep.
flavor you want to it during this time. I'm gonna call
Yeah.
these as like two separate rolls.
Okay.
You guys each basically getting a crowd.
Sure. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna kind of use my presence because I'm letting Lycus do kind of the talking or whatnot.
Yeah, like just doing his thing.
But he's all looking hopeful, and I just want to look more and more menacing, right? As I'm holding holding my sword that has like my holy eminence in it as well. So it's normally like fiery, but it's also kind of like got a holy glow to it, and I'm pretty much just pointing it at their scared burn garter guy or whatever, butt bag nerd.
Yeah, yeah, and you're just like unwavering, and I think
Yeah.
like people are looking at you and just kind of like freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay, Lycus, what skill did you use, and what's your check?
I used diplomacy, and I rolled the 1, so I'm using my hero point.
Actually. I mean, you could keep your one.
No.
Nah.
Just
can?
offering that. I'm just
Like,
gonna provide options.
Considering the past, I should keep the hero point in case I go down, considering our history. But
Well, no balls.
yeah.
You already got clean ones, so
No balls to
Let's
lick
go.
this time.
yeah.
Balls to the wall. Let's just go.
Hashtag neutered.
Hey now. Not quite.
Oh my gosh.
But that is a very good roll. That's a 17 on the die.
Fudge,
Whoa.
yeah.
I have a plus 15.
Oh,
So-
17 plus 15. That's a 32.
32.
Oh, that's a critical success. Okay, Lycus, the south crowd was yours. They're gonna back off.
I rolled an 18, and then I get the +1 from heroism, and
Oh my
I get
God.
plus 16 from intimidation, so I get another 35.
Your crowd
That's
also.
disgusting.
I would say even the back crowd, because I don't want to role play like a fuck ton of NPCs. Yeah, they are backing off. The two large crowds, they kind of make some space, and I will say the north crowd, being intimidated by Edanor, they're all like, there's this big burly guy in front, you know, who looks at you and kind of starts spreading the arms like, back up. Let's, we don't got to get involved in this, right? Let's
Not our
get-
problem.
No, let's just. Clearly, they've got some things to work out. And over on Lycus's side, as the rain is coming down, people palms up, right? The soot from the fire is being washed off their face. They're literally kind of becoming like cleaner. And as they kind of look at each other, and they're like, okay, maybe there's more to all of this. Maybe we don't know what's going on. Sorry, I'm whispering. Maybe we don't know what's going on. And they start to kind of back away as well. Lycus, Edanor. I'm also going to keep those as your initiatives.
Hell yeah. I'm sure we'll have to do this in initiative, but I want to hold my fist out to Edanor for a fist bump.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'd give you that before initiative.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do that as you're rolling initiative. Like as people are backing up,
Hashtag.
you kind of just look at each other.
And it's
Cool,
each one of the lovers' gloves too.
We tap
Oh.
and then they activate.
Oh, the bro
Nice.
gauntlets.
The bro gauntlets.
Okay, so it was a 36 for Edanor, right? And a 35 for Lycus?
It was-
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
God,
we're
we're
gonna get back
nasty on this.
That was
Nasty.
nasty. The Hirengar are nervously looking at one another. Ira is pissed. You can see just the scowl on her face as she kind of grips the railing of the scaffolding, and she looks around. She's like, "What are you?" And I'm gonna cut from her, and I'm gonna go to Luna and Pim. Luna and Pim. Two of you as the crowds are reacting to your companion, or from earlier. So what did you do? Where did you go?
We started walking up
Actually,
north, up and around.
North, up and around. Okay.
Say our main objective is to get to that back area along the scaffolding.
Okay, like up here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How high
So-
is that?
It varies. So the ladder goes up about 20 feet. Then let me see here. Yeah, ladder goes up about 20 feet. So this little walkway bridge, yeah, it's all 20 feet up.
20 feet. Got it.
Yeah, sorry. This scaffolding is the south one is the one that varies in levels. This one is just all 20 feet high.
Okay.
Okay. Pim and Luna, the two of you are invisible. You're slipping through the crowd. As the crowd, at this point, the crowd is still pretty worked up. Luna, you're listening to Kyra just talk about how your family betrayed your nation, betrayed your city, and is the reason for their exile. And how you saw how pissed off all of these people got at the mention of your name. I just want to I gotta say, like, Luna, as you're walking through, maybe a good thing you're invisible right now.
Very tempting not to cast like message and make fun of her, but yeah, I held it in.
Oh, that'd have been mean. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of say you two easily enough, as the crowd is distracted and stuff, enraptured by Lycus and Edanor. You are able to kind of sneak past the crowd, and you're making your way. I'm just gonna kind of move you guys in like chunks here. You find yourselves walking up towards this first gap. There is a little exterior wall of about 10 feet, right? And you can see there are a number of builders and laborers who are kind of standing guard there. Occasionally, it looks like their job is to just make sure nobody goes over here. And they're kind of like peeking around, and they're kind of, whispering exchanges to each other, like, "Oh, what do you think's happening? Oh, did you hear that? What the hell is a loon?
Perfect.
What the hell is Bellwinds?"
I would like
as
to
they're kind of
try
talking.
something.
Sure.
So I'm not sure if it might be both. I'm not sure if this falls under impersonate or create a diversion. But what I want to do is try to impersonate Kyra's voice. This is not a hostile action. It's just a deception check. And I want to say, all units to me right now. And then
Oh, thanks.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
and then sorry guys, but it works out well for us. And then just like press ourselves against this wall right here, hoping that they just run by.
Okay.
They'll be fine. They
The
can
boys
handle
will
themselves.
Okay. So it's an impersonate. Roll a deception check.
Okay.
I don't know. You ever feel like Luna and Pim just think we're meat shields?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ink.
I also think that
That's
you think
literally
I'm
the
a meat
plan.
shield.
Is you guys be meat shields and we sneak in.
I don't think you're
buying
I
time.
know you're a meat target.
The total is
You got-
32.
30-32.
Okay.
Okay, I already started moving them because
Sweet.
they're gonna be pretty convinced. Yeah, they're gonna start running.
All right, let's go in.
Yeah, they're.
We're,
As soon as you
we're
make the
booking it.
call,
Yeah, we're
yeah,
in.
as soon as you make the call, there was one who was up top who was like right here. You could see she was like anxiously peeking out. You could see, like her finger was tapping the trigger of her crossbow. Like she's just waiting for this, right? And I would say Luna and Pim, you also recognize her. You actually walk past her on the staircase, leaving Zion full rest. As soon as the call comes out, she just just a cruel smile. Finally, come on, let's go. The call's been made. And she starts running out. And I'm gonna just kind of say they get to be about right about here. And she's gonna be here, and these guys are gonna be at her side, kinda. Nope. I think right there. I will. Oh, I forgot a key description thing because it's kind of important. Is that all of the Hirengar right now have sunglasses on? They're
So
all wearing
cool.
sunglasses.
Gene?
Gene? Gene?
I'm imagining these.
Yes, those ones exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice. What? You guys just have sunglasses ready? Okay. Luna and Pim, you guys make the call, and Luna, you watch as Pim impersonates Kyra's voice quite perfectly. So all of these people gather up, they grab their arms, and they all like, come on, let's go. They need us up front, and they all start running up front. They all kind of truck past you, leaving the path open
Let's go.
for the
Good
two
job,
of you.
Pim. We have to go.
Okay, let's go.
If it gets even speeded up, if I can get like an angle to Ziggy hook, for example, with both of us, just to like shoot up upwards faster.
Sure. What I'll do is I'll say we will tell you what, we're gonna cut here for break, and I'm gonna move you guys right here. And we'll pick up with you guys here from break.
Okay.
Okay, as we come back. Alright, guys. Thank you for indulging the role play. We had to set the scene, had to set the stage for everything that was going down. So thank you so much for your patience. We're about to get into it proper as Edanor and Lycus reinforcements coming in from the north. And hey, let's see what happens when we get back. We will be in initiative as our team prepares to attack this temple. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Go ahead, stretch your legs, get a drink of water, let your dogs out. We'll see you in a few.
All right.
Shh. We're back.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We are gonna jump right back into it. We left off with shit going down, and we are gonna come back with shit still going down. Pim and Luna. While we
Yes.
were on break, I had you guys roll your initiative, so I've had you guys jump into the initiative order. So we're gonna do this all in order. Luna, for the purposes of tracking your invisibility spell, we'll say from the casting of spell to where you guys are at now, 1 round elapsed. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's a 10-minute spell.
10-minute spell. All right.
Stop the timer.
Stop the timer. All right, give me 1 sec here, guys. I gotta make sure I add you all the shit to the initiative order.
Put me in, coach.
Putting you in. Let me get.
Does this work for us finally? The turn order?
Yeah, you guys did. You guys crushed in terms of turn order. Pim is the
finally.
Did
only
we?
one.
I didn't.
Pim is the only one kind of bottom
Yeah,
of the barrel
it's-
there right now.
It's two 36s, a 35, and 20.
Mm.
Yeah, because you guys. So
Oops.
Luna, we let you use Arcana for yours, and then Pim, you roll Deception, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
because of your impersonation attempt. Okay. Let me just do some quick transcribing, and then we'll get into. Well, I guess if we're in initiative order, then that's what we'll just do. If you guys are cool with it.
Just so you know, I'm seeing zeros for everyone for initiative.
Yeah, I gotta manually enter them in.
Okay.
Still.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay.
You should see a couple of 30s.
Yep.
Where's Pim? There's Pim, with her lowly 20.
Oh, Poomy.
You guys want to talk? You guys don't have to talk about your strategy, but I'm excited and nervous.
Stratton while this music plays.
The
Do
strategy.
you all feel
is,
comfortable where you are right now?
No.
I think we're fine. Sure,
I'm
you
always
sent a
ready.
small horde at us, but I mean, what do you do?
I'm
well,
just going
it's
to.
only because I know you can handle it.
Of course, we'll just crack a nice cold one of pussy, and
Not a sponsor.
Not
Crack some
sponsored.
nice
Sponsored.
cold pussy.
Not a
but
sponsor.
would
Don't want them to be.
definitely take a sponsor.
Nope.
I mean, for sure. If you want to, I would love to be sponsored by Bus.
Sling one of these guys back, and then
Just
just do it at the
sling
end.
back some puss. Luna.
Cheers. Sling back some puss.
Hey, we can say that. I mean, what? Censors? What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Luna,
When you
you're up on
delay-
just
Russian.
36.
When you delay turn, like if I delay my turn to be like after Pim or just before Pim,
Just before Pim, yeah. You guys can just go
is
together.
is that? But I pretty much lose my 36 at that point,
Yeah,
I'm
but you
assuming.
could always just delay again and move yourself to before
then
Edanor.
go-
Yeah. So
Okay.
this
I don't
is-
think
this
you
will
can
work.
delay yourself. The furthest you can delay yourself is to the end of the turn order.
I guess so. But it's a circle, right? So it's kind of the top of the order in some ways.
All right, so
Is a circle.
Pim, we're just booking it. So
Yeah.
I'm just using all 3 of my turns to
The book it.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Just so that we don't end up in a situation where like you move out of Pim's range. Are you still cool with delaying and going so that you and Pim can move together?
Well, you could use an action to grab me, right?
But then it's also 2 actions to move. But I would like going
How-
forward, all your stride actions will be 2 actions.
Right.
And then Pim, you also only get 2 actions.
Is it full movement with those? Is it like 1 full movement for those 2 actions?
I think it depends if you're encumbered, if you're when you're
Yeah,
carrying me or pulling me.
let's just say it's going to be half movement. Someone we can look it up here, but I kind of want to keep moving.
Okay.
The plan is that you guys are going to move together,
Alright.
right?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Luna, you should delay and then go on Pim. Go before or after Pim.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to go before Pim?
You should go after me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think my movement speed's a lot better.
Okay. Then Edanor with Lycus on deck.
All right.
Edanor, you see Bad Nerd Firestorm. The Hirengar, who is still just really kind of like trying to work himself up to go after you. Staring you down. Kyra is just staring daggers into you though. And then you can see, I'll say it's easy enough to see that there are reinforcements coming from the north.
Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to do is take my first action up to Bad Nerd.
Okay.
And he is technically still frightened one, right?
Yeah.
And how far, distance-wise, in a straight line, is Kira?
She is like, just for easy math, 5 feet up above you guys.
Oh, sure.
Actually, no, she's on a platform 10 feet up because she's on a platform that's like on a bit of scaffolding.
So if
She's
I
10
take the
feet up.
Pythagorean theorem,
You take the Pythagorean theorem and you
Math
it is
finder.
within 30
hypotenuse.
feet.
Sorry?
It is within 30 feet. On
Very
yeah.
much within
Oh, yeah.
30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, very much within 30 feet.
Okay. So I will. Oh, I've got to change to select my guy.
I would say, like, if you can imagine, let's go into like the Z dimension
Mm-hmm.
behind Bad Nerd, up 5 feet. If you were to occupy that square, you would be basically flanked diagonally by Kyra
Sure.
and Bad
Okay.
Nerd. Okay?
And then, how big is that platform? Is it just one person?
Yeah, just a one-person platform. Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, 2 tokens can fit on it, but it's just
Okay.
a one-person platform, really.
All right. All right. All right. As long as
All right,
that's
all right, all right.
clarified. Okay.
All
So,
right.
using my first action,
Mhm.
I walk up to him
Okay.
and I'm going to use my. The name of the skill is eluding me right now, but essentially by kind of like my flowing strike, which is going to, if I get the hit on him, then I can engage the other action where within 30 feet I can hit Kyra and
Oh.
end up next to Kyra.
That's
Oh.
not. Wow.
Yes.
That's not the thing I thought it was gonna be.
Yep.
That's wild. All right.
So
Yeah.
what we're gonna do with that, and granted, if I miss either attack, I stay in my same spot and neither attack counts, just for
Sure.
awareness.
Gotcha.
High risk, high reward, which is the exemplar. Go
That's
check
the
it out, guys.
In a nutshell. Yeah.
Make sure you add
Yep.
your +1
You're
for
damn right.
heroism.
Good.
I have my
call,
plus
Tim.
one for heroism.
You know what? Let me do some quick retroactive hero points as well. I want to give one to both Edanor and Lycus. I love Ollie. I got an art commission for you incoming, but that scene is pretty great.
You want the fist bump or?
The fist bump, dude. The fist bump surrounded by the crowd in front of the scaffolding with the fire and the smoke. Like that's so.
There's
badass.
water raining down.
There's water.
Oh,
in
yeah,
it.
like
Dude.
Footloose.
And it had
Vegeta, Goku. Fist
I was
bump.
talking to Hannah about it, and she said, I was like, yeah, you know, you do like the crossover fist bump, but she said, you do the low bones, and I was like, that actually would look pretty bad.
It's gotta be
Low
low bones. You're too
kinda
cool.
Heavy low bones.
Yeah. The editor with the gun raised up, you with the water flask. It's such a cool, like, yeah. We'll chat, man.
Yeah, it's like water and fire, right?
Yeah, okay. But you do your cool ability, hopefully?
Yes. Hopefully.
Okay, roll your attack.
Because the first attack is 17 plus 14.
That's a 31.
31, yep.
31 against Bad Nerd is a hit,
Who's frightened?
which is a -1 or 2.
1.
Okay.
Frightened
Which
one.
Okay.
Depends how frightened you are.
Mhm.
He's only frightened 1. So yeah,
only frightened
unfortunately
one, yeah.
not a crit, but it is a successful hit.
Okay. And then
Did you
I'm
add
just
your
gonna
item
roll.
bonus? Do the gloves give you anything? Just check.
I think it's a status bonus in temp health.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like 10 temp health plus
Plus like saves against
Yeah.
saves or something. For
yeah, plus a 1 status bonus to saves.
item bonus. That's pretty nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Good shit.
It's not bad. And then the second attack. So I hit him. I'm just gonna roll damage afterwards.
Yeah, sure.
So I hit him,
Mhm.
end up by Kira, and that is going to be it's going to be a 30.
30 is a hit, not a crit.
That's okay. We'll do the damage.
Do the damage. Do the damage.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
That is going to be on the first one.
On the
9
bad nerd.
plus 5. That is 16 damage on Bad Nerd.
16. Ouchies.
Bad nerd. Every time we say it, I just think of a nerd that is bad.
And then, so 16 on Bad Nerd. That's 13. Actually, 17 on Bad Nerd. I forgot what damage.
You'll
4,
take that 1 damage quick.
plus another 5. Shit. Sorry, I lost count again.
You good?
2, 12, 17, 23 on Kyra.
23 damage on Kyra. Yikers.
And I'm next to Kyra now.
Okay, where you
So-
go ahead and move your token. And then,
Yep.
like, you describe this to us. This is the first attack of
Yes,
the fight.
Yep. I can't click on my guy anymore.
Oh, do you want to be above her? Or?
I'm Kyra now has a purple energy around her.
Yeah.
So initially, like as
I'll have her like
everything's starting to break out, there's rain kind of falling,
Mhm.
and as we're hitting the apex of the moment, I surge forward with my sword. I strike down on Bad Nerd as he's just kind of shaking in his boots, right? So I
Yeah.
cut directly down across him, and then I look up, and it's almost like it's smoke that just appears out of nowhere next to Kyra. And then I strike up because I essentially had struck down, then I strike back up on Kyra right across her chest as she's, yelling and kind of was mean mugging where I was.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it's like, now I'm here, Kyra. Do you wish to talk poorly anymore?
You surge forward, strike down a Bad Nerd. The smoke appears next to Kyra, and she just barely turns as you strike upwards. The blade kind of moving through. There's a spray of blood. And as you pull back, and you ask, you can see her like, she was wearing still like a noblewoman's clothing, right? It looks kind of ratty because it's post-apocalyptic, right? It definitely hasn't been tailored or treated. So you kind of cut into that gown, and as it kind of like tears open, she falls back and leans back as she kind of looks back towards you. Her eyes flash, and she pulls her lips back and snarls at you, and you see fangs.
It is also spirit damage, mind you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Because I do have Gleaming Blade,
You
that I
do
move the
have
eminence to
Gleaming
it.
Blade, he says. Okay.
Oh, it does have the holy trait.
Okay. So it's got that. Well, let me just make sure. Yeah, undead. That'll apply. Okay, so it'll be full damage. The full 23. Good shit, dude. Because as you kind of like slice, she kind of snarls back. You see these now starting to become fairly familiar fangs.
And there was and it would have been the same for Bad Nerd, but you noted that they didn't look at all.
Yeah, Bad Nerd, not. Kyra?
Mm-hmm.
Kyra?
I had a feeling, Kyra.
She smiles back at you. It will be the last thing you feel then.
Oh, you'll be feeling much more before I'm done with you.
You twirling in the wind. Blade gleaming, vampire squaring off with you as the camera pans down. Lycus, you up, my man?
All right. I'm going to move my right up between this bad guy and Kyra, and right across from Edanor.
Okay. You can be next to Kyra and across from Edanor, but again, you'd kind of be like diagonally above that guy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. This platform is only for one person. Edanor has wings. You will need to roll to balance on there.
That's fine. I'll do that right now.
Okay, so move and then balance. That'll be 2 actions.
Ooh,
Unless you have like some monk shit that allows you to just like stand on the railings, because that is not easy footing. You can definitely, I can see Lycus being able to do it, but unfortunately not for free.
I don't think I have anything specific for that now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure some sort of improved balance is a feat that I could have taken.
So here's the thing. Here's what I'll offer you. You can get into that space and make attacks, but you cannot end your turn on that square.
Okay.
You'd have to move out of that square for your 3rd action. So you either roll to balance, or you have to, like, or you'd have to, you'd have to spend an action to end somewhere else.
You're also off guard while on that when you balance, by the way.
To know.
Just so you know. Just reading the balance action.
Oh gosh. How high up is she?
About 10 feet.
Oh. Okay. Never mind. Part of me was about to just dismantle the scaffolding.
The scaffolding. Hey, do what you want to do, man.
I'm not gonna cast a 2nd level spell on a scaffold right now for 10 feet.
Send a message? You're not better than me? Get off your stage. Hey, man.
You think you're better than me?
What do you even stand for?
She could land prone,
True that. She could land
for
prone.
example.
Can I just try to knock it over?
You could.
I think I will. I think I want to rush by and basically try to knock down the thing she's standing on.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Material statistics. Okay. All right. I've got the material statistics pulled up. You go ahead. If you can get it to to broken threshold, I have the HP and everything, so if you can get it to broken threshold, I will say it breaks in underneath her.
Okay, that should probably move it to my token to there instead of like on it. Okay, I run up. I'm gonna take my wolf stance, get my claws out, and then flurry of blows.
I always think of Wolf from Super Smash Brothers when you talk about Wolf stance.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Sick, the like low claws out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Can I pick it out? Yeah, Wolf from Super Smash Brothers.
Okay.
I love that
All right.
character. Great character.
So the first hit is a 29 and then a 23.
Okay. That'll hit him.
So that's
Stunning strike as well.
this is a scaffolding. It doesn't get stunned.
The scaffolding is just like
14 plus 5 is 19, and then
it's a solid roll.
6 is 12 plus 5 is 17.
Okay, so what was the damage total?
19 plus 17, 36.
36. Okay. 36. It's got its hardness here. Just barely hanging on. Like, it is so wobbly like this. A stiff wind would knock this shit down. as you kind of come in and you start kind of hammering away at it. I'll say it rocks precariously, but not quite broken just yet. Barely.
You have one more attack?
No, I took my stance.
Oh, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I cannot.
Okay. Yeah, you run up and you start kind of hammering away at it. Yeah, and it starts to rock. It starts to creak. Edanor, you see Kyra like hang out, like she kind of spreads her arms like whoop 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 whoop. But it just Lycus, I'll just tell you, it had a hardness of 10, so 10 of that damage was just sucked up already, leaving you with just the 26 at the end. Or yeah.
That's all right. That's life.
Yeah. Okay. Lycus, that's your turn. Okay, Kyra's up. Kyra. Edanor, just hanging there in the air.
Yes.
See if she a spellcaster or a marshal.
She is going to
Run.
step away from you, Edanor. So she's gonna kind of like move down. She's gonna step onto the staircase behind her, run towards the door, and
I always knew
press
you were
her
a
hands
coward.
against the stone.
Hmm.
You call her a coward, and it's taken so much of me not to respond, but she goes, presses her hands, and says, Guardian, Bronze Fist, I request sanctuary. The doors open, and she's gonna run inside. She's gonna take an action to do that. So let's see, she stepped, moved, requested or opened the doors basically. That's
She doesn't
actually
have
her
any.
full,
She can't do anything else. Yeah.
that's her full complement of actions. The door is open, and I'm just gonna do a quick reveal on the map.
Hope the whole asking for entry doesn't come to bite us in the ass, Hannah. That's not a. That's like all the doors.
What if I go in first and you ask me?
Push.
Hey, can I come in? Of course.
Sure.
Right.
Maybe it's a vampire thing.
She opens the doors, and as the doors kind of move to allow her, she looks back at you, and she says, "You will be a fool to chase me." And that's going to be her turn. And yeah, so now you can see there's kind of an antechamber hallway into like this hallway is messed up. You can see a few broken statues. You can see some interior scaffolding where like a broken statue is being repaired. Leads into like a darkened area, and then you can see there's looks like two little alcoves and doors on the side there.
She
Okay.
clearly has no idea just how much of a fool Lycus is.
Okay, that's Kyra. We're gonna move to Sindri Firestorm. Oh, Sindri. Let's see. She is going to. Gonna move up 25 feet. Where's my ruler? Yeah, we're gonna get there. I don't know, you're flying right now?
Correct.
Alright, she's going for you.
Okay. Well,
She had
technically,
her-
like I'm on the thing, but you know, I have feather fall or what? Not feather fall, but equivalent of it, juvenile fall.
The juvenile fall thing, yeah. I
Restrict
kind of
fall,
assume
yeah.
like that's what's happening, like you're not really balancing on it.
Right. I don't have to
Right.
really think about it because.
Yeah, because you teleported up and you're like floating, like wings spread. Okay. She's gonna take a shot at you with her crossbow. That is going to be a 22 to try to hit you.
22.
22?
Let's see. That does not hit me.
Okay. All right. Then with the last action, I'm going to take the map and I'm going to take another shot. Again at you, Edanor. You can hear. Oh, that's much better. Is a 29 to hit you.
And that's with the -5 for the second shot?
That's with the -5. She rolled much better.
Okay, yeah. That'll hit.
Okay. And also too, you Edanor, I'll say kind of surprised because you heard the crossbow shot and then it goes again.
Yeah.
This one apparently doesn't need to reload. I came for bear. I know you like to fly, so I'ma shoot you.
Fear not.
Crossbow expert.
And,
That's gonna be 12 piercing damage to you, Edanor.
pathetic.
12 piercing damage.
Technically, only like 2 damage to me because I had the temp health. Which?
Your connection with Lycus protects you.
Yes.
Okay, that's her. Next up is going to be these guys. So let's see. So the Hirengar will go next. Oh, this is going to be fun. These two are going to move down 25 feet. And they're going to take... Okay, Edanor, you got 3 shots coming at you. Lycus,
Yep.
you got 1 shot coming at you. Okay, so Edanor first. That's gonna miss. Then with the map. That might work. Hang on. Not likely, actually. 19 to hit you, Edanor? Okay.
No.
So that was 2 shots at you. Lycus, you got 1 shot coming at you. That's a miss as well. And these shots, I will say that it's a shot over you and past you. Edanor, now your attention has been drawn to that side, to those reinforcements, as Sindri comes up. And you can see there's kind of a slight resemblance between her and Badnerd. Look to be siblings. She takes a shot, the 2 shots with the repeating crossbow. The second shot kind of catching you off guard a little bit. Not mechanically. Turn. You see 2 more Hirengar come up. One kind of kneels, and the other one kind of taking like the high shot, and they both send a few shots at you. And then the one that's lower down looks over, sees Lycus, and takes the final shot at him. Those 2 didn't shoot crossbow bolts at you; they shot boluses at you. So they just kind of.
I see.
A couple of boluses. Edanor, you kind of dodge them in the air with some pretty deft flying. Lycus, you're kind of hammering away at the scaffolding, as one of the boluses just kind of shoots and lands over your head and just kind of wraps around a couple of poles, right? I think maybe that's probably what kind of keeps it together. You actually do manage to kind of like break the scaffolding, and just as it's about to fall down, these guys come out, shoot, and it just kind of secures it accidentally. He's like, ah, shit, I missed. But saved some hard work. That's going to be their turns. Badnerd is up. Badnerd. Oh, Lycus is going to get bad nerded.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, hang on. There's these 2 here. I forgot about these guys.
Yeah.
They're going to step down. This one's going to go here, and this one's going to take a swing at you.
Am I above him or at the same level as him?
You are, again, kind of like in that square diagonally to him.
Sure.
Right? So he's just kind of like swatting upwards at you.
Sure. Yep.
No, not necessarily out of reach. Okay. They have picks. So I'm going to say, I didn't mention that they had their weapons drawn, so they are going to go ahead and draw their picks. First action. Second action, Edanor, attack at you. Oh, wait, hang on now. No, this one next to you is going to spend 2 actions to cast a spell. Will kind of hold out the pick and kind of run the hand along it, you see these runic glyphs appearing along the tooth of the pick, and that is his turn to draw the pick and cast a spell. The one next to you, Lycus, draw the pick, stab, swing with pick. And that's going to be to attack you. A terrible roll. Lycus, would a 13 hit you by chance?
Get back.
Runs towards Lycus with the pick high overhead. Lycus just kind of palm the face, just kind of shove him. He's just like running up towards you, so you just kind of palm and push him back, and he's fix my headphones and I'm coming back in next turn.
I'll be right back.
Headphones.
Let's go. Let's go. Come out.
Now
This is
we're Bad
inconvenient.
Nerd. Now it's Bad Nerd time. Bad Nerd. Oh, Lycus, you don't want to turn your back on Bad Nerd, because he's going to turn and swing at you with that battle axe, first and foremost.
Yeah, he is.
And that's drawn. That is a natural 20.
Oh. God, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah. Let's see. You know? Hang on. I gotta do something. Because I've been saying battle axe, but that's not actually what's on the stat block. So let me just pull up a battle axe. How much damage does an axe do?
Just remember, you guys got most of the potions.
Oh yeah, you guys.
I
got
know,
your
I have-
potions and all that shit
I got
figured
them
out.
in my pocket. Yeah.
Okay.
You got your Lenza one too.
Okay. Use the weight here, Lycus. Don't worry, I'm gonna get back to killing you in just a moment. Okay, dude. Max damage dice too. I'm pretty pleased with this. Okay.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go down again, guys.
Alright, so
Once per battle, at least.
Minimum.
no, the second one was a min. With the crit dice was a min. So, it's... right. Hang on. Sorry. Just wanted to double check something about the battle axe. Yeah. Okay. All right, Lycus, that's going to be 15 damage to you.
Okay.
So that was first attack. Second thing we're going to do is Bad Nerd is going to free action release one hand on the axe and use the next two actions to make a fish strike at you. I should have done this first, but you live and you learn. Fudge. That's going to be a 20 with the map. I'm pretty sure a 20 misses.
It does. It does.
Are you flat-footed?
No,
No, just not. Okay.
not on a direct line through.
Nope, no direct line through the center. Yep. So yeah, first action was a turn. It was kind of a cheap shot with the axe, as you were just kind of shoving away the other one, and just as you were you release the face, an axe just hits you in the ribs and kind of presses you up against the scaffolding, and it just wrenched back. He releases the hand and he tries to elbow you right in the same wound, but you manage to get your kind of do like a Muay Thai block maybe. Right, you get your knee and your elbow cinched together and block his elbow coming in. As the two of you are just brawling. That's going to be Bad Nerd's turn. Pim, you are up. Luna on deck. I believe we were moving and exploring.
Yeah, well, so Pim is going to start by giving us a little speed boost.
Okay.
She's going to cast a composition spell called Triple Time. So she
I'm
she's
hearing
just
banjo. Sorry.
actually she's really mixing it up today because she's feeling spicy. She's gonna start beatboxing. Just
Okay, stealth person.
they're all over there
Beatbox.
now. It's fine. Let's go. And we get a plus 10-foot status bonus to speeds for a round. And actually, hang on. This is a large emanation. Let me see what it is. Just gotta
Bard really is
see.
the funniest stealth option.
It really is.
I was going to say, you realize that's making noise.
The thing is, though, I looked at
Wait.
all of these spells. They don't have the auditory trait.
What's the name of the spell?
Verbal.
Well, this one is. Okay, never mind. I'm not close enough. So it's just me and Looney.
What was the name
It's
of the spell?
for 1 round.
Triple time.
It is for 1 round, but I will do.
You're right.
Actually, no, I'm not going to use that yet. We're going to just do it for 1 round. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, no auditory.
Yeah. Which I thought was weird. Like, we could
Yeah.
thematically rule against that, but just
No.
rules as
No, I'm
written.
gonna
That's what it is.
As rules is written, no auditory trait.
So I'm beatboxing silently just so that my invisible friend can hear.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite proficient. So we can move.
Yeah.
We get a 10
Well,
foot
roll.
status bonus.
I'm just messing with you.
So
10
10
foot
foot
status
status bonus,
bonus, okay.
yeah. And then.
Right.
Okay, so that's 1 action.
One action for triple time.
Then I will. Then I will add to that by singing a little tune of encouragement so that we get a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects. You and me, Luna. That's 1 round.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is my second action. I'll just do an aid for my third action, just to.
Wait. Grab on.
Okay, yeah, I'll grab onto Luna. I'll just,
Yeah.
I'll hop on her back like a backpack and say, "Let's go." No, I go, "Let's go!" Oh, oh, oh. And that's your courageous anthem.
There you go,
I
Luna.
got a heart. So I'm going right after him. I'm gonna aim to use my Ziggy hook here to try to get above the scaffolding to try and avoid having to use the ladder because climbing in 2e is rough.
Sucks.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
So it's a 50-foot range. The Ziggy hook is 50-foot range.
Okay. Yeah, you can like pop right up above the ladder there, according to this.
Then that was pretty much what I'll first action to shoot it out. The next 2 actions to reel in.
Okay. All right. You've got Pim with you.
Yeah.
You're back. I'd say give me a crafting check. DC ain't gonna be too crazy here. DC, I'll tell you right now. I'll call my shot. DC 18.
For what?
His crafting check. Luna's crafting check here.
Okay, so I basically have to roll.
Haven't you if this is about the weight, haven't you carried both Edanor and Lycus with you on the Ziggy hook before?
In D&D, where rules don't matter.
Okay, fair enough.
So I have a +16, right? So I just had to roll a 2. I rolled a 4, so I got it, but like
Just
really
barely.
close.
You're fine. Yeah, you can use the Ziggy hook as you requested. Yeah. So yeah.
I was ready to talk shit. Rolled a 4. I was like, okay, never mind.
I was thinking that.
So we said you'd get and then 2 actions to reel it back in. So that I'm just gonna move you guys real quick. You're basically right
Yeah, if
there.
you-
Up.
Okay, yeah.
On the
Then
staff.
that's pretty much my turn there.
Those are it. Our turns.
Now, as you get up to the as you get on top of the scaffolding, there is. You guys obviously don't know what's behind the corner here.
Oh.
But there is an opening in the wall over here by this dark kind of patch. Can you guys see the dark patch along the wall here?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is kind of a section where the wall is broken and caved in. You could probably squeeze through
Ooh.
that. Or
Okay.
you could try to go around, and I think you as players can see there's a large hole towards the back of the temple here.
What
I'll
would
say-
you recommend?
My personal recommendation, if I were to choose one tonight,
We'll do the opposite.
Yes.
I would
Waiter, what would
probably-
you recommend?
Yeah, as far as a vintage goes,
What's your favorite entrance?
I would do the
Yeah.
left one.
I
would-
literally just did that at a restaurant recently.
You did. You did.
She was so psyched about it. Tell me about this Reuben
was.
sandwich.
All
I
right.
need them though.
Okay.
Hmm.
So that's your guys' full turn. I'll let you guys decide where you want to go.
Okay.
Rangers are up. Rangers. Who's gonna have them? You know what? We're gonna do this. Rangers. Just gonna move a few things around. Okay, Lycus.
Surely these NPCs are good.
Hey,
Surely.
David, are the
They're trying to make flanks for you.
nice? But are the crowds of people still here?
Yeah. Do you want them to fight?
No,
'Cause-
I'm just curious. I'm just curious because like
I mean, they're all
There's a
not
lot of
fighters. They're not fighters. Like this is all breaking down. This is almost like too much. I will say your call for peace basically pacified all of the civilians. Not only
Calls
your
for
side,
peace
but
and then
also.
starts a massive fight in the town square.
I know. Hey, welcome to Sandsea Saga. We're problematic.
We're pirates.
That's-
Whatever. We're pirates.
We're gaslighters.
juxtaposition.
Edanor, let's see. I think this guy can probably just spend all his movement to get there. These two are gonna get so. They're gonna just do. I'm just gonna roll a few things here. Oh shit, dude. Tiff is messing this dude up.
Get him, Tiff.
All right.
Yeah.
Tiff is gonna leave this dude bloodied. There you go, Tiff. Tiff.
Do
comes
some
up,
work.
We've gone
and-
so far from missing with rocks to finally they're hitting.
Well, Tiff. Jeffrey didn't do shit.
Yeah, we
Um,
know.
Hey, don't you
I
talk
think-
shit about Jeffrey.
These
I
guys.
will
are
talk
good
shit
guys.
about Jeffrey. I'll be cutting words, Jeffrey. No, just kidding.
Okay. Fire exchange with those dudes. Edanor. We're up to round 2. Edanor, it's you with Lycus on deck, followed by Kyra. The doors to the temple have swung open. The Rangers are fighting the Hyrengar. Lycus is in the thick of it.
Mhm.
You are being shot at. There's a crossbow bolt in your chest. What are you doing? man?
Question: Kyra is inside now.
No, it took all of her actions to open the door.
To open the door. Okay.
Open the door. Yeah, she stepped off.
Open the door.
Hold the
um,
door.
Requested the sanctuary and then opened the door.
Sanctuary.
These crowd needs to like
Okay.
fuck off right now.
I know. Get him, you guys.
They just chilling, watching the fight.
All right.
You guys like that I didn't have crowd tokens, so I just used these two
a
old men.
giant old man. Yeah, what's the crowd?
Go get him.
Like it's a WWE match. They're just watching the whole thing, not backing up.
Back in my day.
Do we hear
All
what
right.
bets they're putting down?
I got him.
Takes out his
I'm gonna-
teeth, puts them aside.
4 molars on Kyra.
Alrighty, so I am going to. I'm going straight in on Kyra.
Fair enough.
So
Going in.
I am going to essentially do a fly action, but with that I'll also do Sunbird Glare.
Ooh, what's
So
this?
Sunbird Glare is when I do a fly action, then come in, I can attempt a trip off of it. And it's a
Mm.
22 fort DC.
22 40 DC.
Yep.
Okay, I think I made it here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah,
Okay.
27.
All right. Well, fine. I thought it would be cool.
It would be cool, but hey, I had to roll decently at some point.
No.
True.
No.
Do that.
No.
All right.
Oh.
And then I will go for another strike.
Twike.
Go for strike.
So, going for another hit-a-roo.
Going for a rip.
Going for a rip-a-roo.
Going for a hit-a-roo. Go for a rip-a-roo.
Yep. All right. So it's plus heroism. That's 32.
To hit her. Oh. To hit her? Yeah,
Yep.
that'll hit her. It'll hit her. Won't crit her.
Okay.
That'll hit her.
Well, let me make sure I got Yeah, 32. Okay. Okay, so
Make it
that's
into the temple.
there is escape.
Come on, Kyra. You're right there. The doors are open.
Okay, so that is going to be 4 plus 15 plus minus 19 plus another. That is 24 spirit damage.
24 spirit damage.
24.
25.
Bloodied.
All right.
Bloody buddy.
Yeah, she's bloody.
As
Oh,
she
shit.
continues to flee and let her people die. May the cowardly vampire scuttle away.
And may the old man crowd see it.
Edanor, which square are you in now?
So, oh, sorry, I just need
You
to.
good.
I was looking at my. So I guess I'm like right. I guess I would have been like right behind her.
Just right there. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I love the idea of like, yeah, she kind of like finally the doors kind of creep open and she looks back. Edanor's just there,
Yeah.
lands and cuts her across. I'm guessing maybe the belly this time, right? Now she's got like a crisscross. Her blood.
The
just
Tea of
like,
Tazrin.
The Tea of
It's not
Tazrin just
crisscrossed.
carved into her chest as her blood splatters on the stone steps of the Temple of Korome.
Yeah.
And she snarls back at you. She's kind of bloodied now. You just profusely just pooling on the steps as she's kind of creeping backwards into the temple.
So with the sunbird glare, I'm just curious because it is really a very visual thing where it's like a very bright light. Like if it hits, it dazzles. But I'm just curious if it would have like lit up a little bit more. I could have gotten maybe a flash of seeing something inside the church.
The doors aren't fully open yet.
Huh.
Right, but you're seeing a bunch of lights just pouring into it. So
I tell you what, here, I'll give you sure. Why not? I'll give you this.
What did I do? I
don't
just.
know, you-
Wait, I was muted. Wait, David, go to reveal and just like double click it real fast.
No. There's a staircase.
oh, look at that! I got stairs. Oh,
There's
Oh,
a
snap.
staircase that leads down into the
oh, it
sanctum.
goes down. Yep, gotcha.
Yep. So you, yep. There you go.
Okay.
Nicely done, Edanor. Okay, Lycus. You got your pick of flanks. There's a bloodied Hirengar who you just booped in the face, but you just staved off a couple. You just sustained and staved off a follow-up attack from Bad Nerd as Jeffrey and Tiff come in to try to assist you here as you're getting surrounded. Lycus, how do you plea?
I turn around to Bad Nerd. You call that a punch? And I'm just gonna start wailing. Flurry of blows, baby.
Maybe. And he's off guard.
With stunning strike.
Yes. Stunning.
Get him,
strike,
get him,
for
get him.
sure.
For
Nigel, stop
sure.
playing Lycus's character.
Thanks for the
Hey,
reminder, buddy.
we're a team. We play each
I
I
other's
think there's even
characters
something else.
all day.
First attack is a 26.
26 will hits.
Yeah.
Sweet. That was a 10 on the die. So that's nice to know.
It can only get better.
It's all.
And then second roll, nat 18 for 30.
34.
What was the plus 16 before? Oh
The
shit.
first
never
one
mind.
is 10 plus 16. Second one is
Yeah.
18 plus 12.
30. Okay.
So. 30
Why is only the first one extra?
because of
Yeah.
the map, isn't it?
Yeah. For some reason, Flurry of Blows just takes the map, which
Does it?
feels like
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are
it
you
does?
sure he doesn't take it afterwards?
Yeah, I think the map applies, but it takes it afterwards. So like your third.
Yeah,
attack,
you don't take a
Yeah.
penalty when you're doing the flurry of blows.
Correct.
Mhm.
It's
Okay.
afterwards. It'll be
That's the
a
magic
minus
of flurry of
10.
blows.
If you
Yeah.
promise me that I'll take it, and that'll be a
I
18 plus 16.
promise you that's the rule.
Yeah, that is the rule.
Mhm.
So now Lycus, if you were to attack a third time, it would be minus 10.
Gotcha.
But
Yes, that's what it
the
is.
map doesn't apply until after Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, I do not read the rules well. So that is instead of a 30, that is a 34.
That's a crit.
Yeah, baby.
So give me the basic one first.
Base.
That's the
That is
regular hit.
15.
15 damage. Okay. I should really have a calculator up for this shiz.
And then the crit is at the 7 and a 4. That's 11 plus 5. That's 16. And I just roll twice, or do I double it?
You just doubled.
So 16 times 2 is 32.
Oh, very bloody. As you go, you call that a hit. Bam! What was it? Give me the flavor of the crit.
So I think Lycus is like he you know how he gets very like duck and weave. He gets very into a flow state with his boxing, and he's
Sure.
just tearing bits and pieces out. And the last one, he like turns, drops down, his coat kind of floats there, and before he realizes, he uppercut comes through the coat right into his face, just
Ooh.
knocking him back.
You kind of like almost you actually, he's bloodied now. I'll say you knock one of his boots off.
And he
Like,
also needs to
knock
make
him back so hard he like loses a shoe.
he needs to roll against
Nerd.
a stun.
Nerd.
Bad nerd. Am I right?
It's an 18 on the dice.
So that'll pass.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pass. What's your DC?
Like 23, I think.
Okay,
Yes.
and I'm rolling a what? Will save? Or fort?
Yes. Where is this?
So confident.
It's a pass. It's not a crit.
Yeah, it's a pass. I'm trying to find the
Like class DC thing.
no, I found the classic C. It's 23. I'm just trying to find the actual ability to make sure you're rolling the right thing.
Feats and features? Are you in?
Yeah. I'm looking there now. I was looking in no reason it's actions.
Yeah, because it's
So
is
just
it called
for
something
awareness.
still, or is it's called like inner upheaval or something like that?
No, inner upheaval is key blast or key punchy.
Oh, right.
Keep punching.
And for the viewers, we have switched to demiplane, so things are placed in a little bit different places.
Yeah.
So
We're not using
Yes.
Cash Builder anymore. Now we've got demi-plane subscriptions. Although we're still working our way through buying all the books. Paizo, hey.
yeah,
Hey, Paizo, we're playing your game.
sponsored by Paizo and Pussy.
Paizo and Pussy.
By Paizo and Pussy, P and P.
Session title.
Genuinely, I cannot find stunning, but
You might have to like look it up separate.
That's
I
all
had
right.
to do that
I'm
for
gonna
Big
call it a
Deal.
success against it. So he's not stunned. But you got one more action.
that's bad. I have 2 more actions. That was 1 action.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, what am I saying?
Correct.
Right, GM.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad someone knows how to play this game. Paizo, hey.
Hey. Anybody?
hey.
Anybody?
You'd really
Paizo,
know if we
teach
had
us how
the
to play
books.
game. Hey. If we had the books, we'd play the game.
Yeah.
For my last action, I'm going to cast Ignition Punch. I only
Come on,
have
asterisk.
I only have a plus 8 total to this, so I have to actually roll good.
Okay.
Yeah, don't mess it
Oh,
up.
which one are you going for?
What do you mean?
Bad nerd still?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to fuck him right out.
Oh, yeah.
doesn't sound
Oh,
right.
man.
Fuck him out.
Fuck him
Wow.
out. What does that even
Yeah.
mean?
I don't know, man.
Do we need to fade the
No one knows.
It's
It's
like it's
Curtains.
you guys need a moment? Jeffrey, back off.
Well, we're about to see how fucked he is.
Yeah,
'cause that's a
poor
15
bad
and a
nerd is
9.
like getting flanked on both sides, is getting fucked off.
23.
No, he's getting
23
fucked
23
out.
plus the flank, so he's flat-footed, so that's
That's true.
good. Chances are
Flat-footed.
good.
It's a hit.
It's a hit. All right. So with it being a punch-based ignition, that is 5d6.
Woo! Get him.
Oh. No.
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 It's my Joe Biden impression.
No,
No.
that's malarkey.
That's my Joe Biden impression.
That's a 21.
It's pretty good.
21 damage is crazy. Damn.
Woof.
That was...
Bloodied.
He's beyond bloodied.
He's beyond bloody.
He's hurting. He's hurting. He's like lost a shoe, and as he's like falling down, Lycus comes in from the other side with the fist. Or Lycus, what does your flaming fist look like? After the nasty uppercut to the face, and he's falling back. How do you follow it up?
I think after the uppercut, his fist ignites, but he actually like squeezes down, and the flame rolls down his body into his foot as he spin kicks into his face.
Oh, it's nasty. Yeah, Bad Nerd just hits falls onto a knee and kind of like barely catches himself with his right hand, just kind of like holding his hand up like, what the fuck just happened? He clearly dazzled and just bleeding onto the dirt here. Nasty round. Yeah, hurt up, but really messed up.
Jeffrey, finish him.
Gonna give it to Jeffrey.
For Lenda! Alright,
Chosen one.
The more importantly, though, we are at Kyra's turn. Kyra. Oh, I did something.
Oh, you gotta get attack of
Dumb. Hang on, I did something dumb last turn. Because, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So Kyra's had 2 turns. I forgot something important. She does have a regeneration. So I gotta
Very
get
interesting.
I gotta get.
Was it fast heals or something like that?
It is fast healing. She does have fast healing. So I'm just gonna give her back the number for her 2
if
rounds.
she did that,
Mm-hmm.
like, would I have noticed the fast heals?
Yeah. It procs at the beginning of her turn.
Okay.
Like the wounds are kind of stitching.
So
closed.
it would have been
TF
at the beginning
Casman.
of their turn?
Yes.
Because that might have changed what I would have done to
Oh.
her. Because I do have something.
I say, David, you should not retcon that if it's gonna change the way a player would act.
if it's gonna change his whole strategy that much, then I won't.
Well, I literally have something that can prevent fast healing
Okay.
with the
Ah.
evidence in my blade. So
Okay.
Wait, you can do it now, right? Because it's Kyra's turn.
Well, it is Kyra's turn. I'm gonna give her this round then of fast healing. I won't give her the last round.
Okay.
yeah, so
So she missed 1 round of fast healing.
so the thing is though is like, okay, so let me just read this real quick.
It's probably like
Healing
a
effect.
plus 5 or 7 or
So
something.
actually, if they roll can you roll a 22? Roll a will save.
Did you do the ability?
Well, it's actually as I read it, if I successfully damage the enemy with the icon, which I did.
Okay. What's the ability called?
So it is called Red Gold Mortality.
Red, gold.
I'll take a snapshot of it.
Yeah, where is that?
It's
Go to-
under.
I don't know if the exemplar is on Archive of Memphis.
It should.
Red,
So
gold,
I
mortality.
can-
Found it. Let's
Yeah.
see.
When you successfully damage an enemy with the icon, marking appears around the wound, painted in the red of mortal blood and the gold of the divine ichor. When the target would regain hit points, such as forming a healing effect, or from an ability like fast healing or regeneration, it must attempt a will save against your
All right.
class.
Perfect.
Oh, there it is.
So here we go. All right. So this is going to be the will save. 31.
What'd you roll?
Okay, so
What was on the dice? What was
so
on
you
the
get
dice?
I rolled a number on the dice, but the total's 31.
Yeah.
Didn't fall for it.
I never.
Sneaky hobbits.
Snakesies.
Yeah.
I never do.
Keep
You
your
think this is my
secrets.
first rodeo?
Okay.
Hobbits.
You can't blame us for trying.
That's true. No, absolutely.
So just as long as I keep hitting her,
Yeah, it'll keep
Well, I
rocking.
mean,
Okay, that's
yeah.
really good to know. That's going to be very useful in here. So the success. So she made a success. So she does regain.
She gets the full points that
Okay.
she would have gained. Yeah.
Okay, I'll say she kind of. So she didn't get it the last time. So yeah, she's
Okay.
she's got it now. As your magic kind of works against the wound as her flesh kind of like starts to kind of stitch back up. Okay, now so that was the fast healing. Now we go into the attacks. We are going to not attack. We're going to step and run. 2 actions. She's going to run deep into the temple.
Oh,
there.
are you now?
Oh, we are now.
Oh, Kyra.
Yeah, no, that's 59. I gotta move her back 1 square. Make sure that, there we go. Yeah. So she runs into. Actually, no shit. There's a broken brazier in the way, so she can't even take that path. Hang on. Sorry.
How far is she?
I gotta follow the rules.
We're getting granular.
I gotta follow the rules.
I appreciate
See
it.
her movement
I
speed?
appreciate it.
Okay, that's where she'll end up.
Like 25 feet range? That's 2 actions at least?
Just stop. Just stop.
Just stop it.
Just stop it. Okay.
You have 1 action left.
Sidri's up. Okay, I'm gonna say Sidri is going to. Sidri doesn't give 2 shits about these guys. Lycus, you are attacking her brother.
Her brother. And
No,
beat
no,
him
no.
up.
I'm killing her brother.
She's got her crossbow in hand, and she sees Bad Nerd hit the floor. She goes, "No, Bad Nerd," and swings into place.
Bad Nerd was clearly not the favorite. One's Sindri and one's Bad Nerd. Oh dear Sindri, come to the table. And also you
Not even bad nerd.
Bad
like
nerd.
bad nerd.
Okay,
It's
so
so distressing.
here's something cool. So actually, I should have mentioned Lycus and Edanor. You do recognize Sidri because she was the one that you guys beat up earlier.
Oh, nice.
She was the
And
one.
we broke her fancy crossbow though.
I was gonna say so you broke one of her fancy crossbows.
One
She
of
got
her
more
fancy
fancy crossbows. Come on.
That session when they did the chase or something?
Yeah,
I
when
knew
they
it
did
was
the
they're
chase,
following
that was
you.
her. Yeah, that's her.
Okay, okay.
Guys,
Um,
consequence.
That makes
let's see.
sense.
We
Well,
are
I mean,
going
we were
to.
gonna fight her anyways.
God, do we want to?
Now we know kill next time.
Exactly. You know what?
That's the
Edna's been
lesson.
saying this for a long time.
That's the ultimate
I
lesson.
hear you.
If you
You said
just
brother
don't
of
kill the
God.
streets.
then you don't
Your
have
brother of
problems.
Okay,
You're so
gods
she
dumb.
is going to spend an action to use her clockwork grappling hook
Ooh.
to move.
Watch it be surprisingly more effective than the Ziggy hook.
Oh my god.
It's not.
She moves
Oh,
800 feet.
It does have more movement, but it also has to be manually reeled back in. So it's gonna move here.
And she's manually reeling through
Lame.
the battlefield.
She's not gonna reel it back in. She's gonna move and drop the shit.
She's gonna
And she's
drop
gonna
it?
take a shot. Yeah, she's just gonna drop
Reel
it. She's gonna move over, let it go,
Grab that.
and then take some shots at Lycus. Yeah, you manually reel it back in.
How does
We'll
this
just have
work,
Luna
though?
craft it.
Wouldn't you have to like reel yourself in if you shoot a freaking?
You know, that's a great question, actually. Hang on.
Because you're like shooting it over there. It's not like you're
Imagine.
propelling yourself.
Yeah, it's not like the Ziggy hook, because the Ziggy hook moves you. See, it's much worse than the Ziggy hook.
Okay,
much
leave
worse
it.
than this.
Leave it. It's trash.
Okay. She's gonna use it. I said she was gonna use it. She's gonna goddamn use it. She's aiming for Lycus.
She's gonna shoot you with the hook and try to reel you in. It's kind of like those dances at the wedding, right? Where you just
Yeah.
Except it's real.
it's real. Oh.
Lycus? That's a 30 to hit you, bud.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god!
So that'll hit you. Okay.
Oh, you're
Lycus?
attached.
I'm gonna call you. So you're grappled at the moment, and now she is going to spend her last 2 actions Well, she's going to spend one action to try to trip you. I'm going to give her 2 actions. I'm going to make this cost 2 actions because this is some very off-label use.
Yeah, this
This
enemy has a really good to hit.
This is unfortunately going to probably fail. That's a 16.
You want me to roll against something or?
No, that'll be against your against trip. I believe
Reflex.
it's a reflex. Yeah. So against what's your
Definitely
reflex?
reflex.
Adds a plus 17.
Haha.
So Lycus, that is a critical success. You can, as a reaction. Actually, no. I think it's just as a critical failure. You can pull back if you want and pull her down and trip her.
Oh, for sure. I think, you know, like in those kung fu movies where they grab, for like flexible weapons, they like cross it between their arms and then.
Oh, yeah.
Pull it down.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like I stomp on the ground as I pull her down.
Cool.
Oh. Okay, so I'll allow her to just let it go, or to suffer the trip because she attempted this. I'm gonna just let her. She's just gonna let it go. So, like I said, you have a clockwork
Attaching to your body.
It's on my inventory now.
Yeah. Well, just
Literally.
currently you have to reel it
In your
in.
body.
I told you you have to reel it in, but it's not in
Yeah,
her.
you
It's not in her
mentioned that.
items anymore. So it's just sitting there unreeled. In your arms.
I'll
As
save you,
pull
brother.
down, she almost like trips and she just kind of goes, fuck it. and just lets it go. Okay, that's all of her actions. Other bad guys. I'm gonna have just other bad guys just fight the Rangers. Except for this one. This one's got Lycus in his sights. You're beating up his buddy Bad Nerd, so that one is gonna take shots at you, Lycus.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know how to
first
find the item. I looked up clock. I see nothing.
Because you typed cock, probably.
I did not.
Cockwork
You wanna double
orange.
check the spelling though? That's gonna be a 23 to hit you, Lycus.
Just short.
Just
Ah.
Missed him by
Okay.
that much.
Missed them by that much. Okay, that's gonna be that then. Second attack. Or last action. Surrounded. Or we've got 2 more actions left. Yeah, I'll take the second attack with the map. Let's go for it. Okay. 17. No. Good for him, but he's a pretty low level creature. Last action will be to cast shield. Okay, so this one's got shield equipped. Okay. Bad Nerd is up. Bad Nerd is bleeding. Bad Nerd is hurt. Bad Nerd is going to...
How many times are we gonna say this man's name?
Bad nerd. What a name.
spend 2 actions to try to punch you. Lycus.
Hit me.
Okay, that's a 30.
Yep, that hit me.
I need a fortitude save, please.
all right. Here we go.
Come on, Likey.
12 on the die, plus 13 is 25.
25 is a
Success.
success. You are not paralyzed. As Bad Nerd goes for like a kidney shot, it was a nasty shot, but you're a pretty experienced fighter, and you know you managed to just kind of twist it just the last second and just deflect it.
Actually, no, he hits me, but it's like doesn't do anything. I'm like, you think I still have that kidney?
Hero point. He punches. The look on his face. Okay, at least that was 2 actions. Well done. Last action is gonna be. You know what? The last action is going to be a one-handed swing of the battle axe on Jeffrey.
Hey.
Okay, with the map.
Hey, you guys notice Jeffrey's eyebrows are on point?
Not for
Mm.
long.
Because Jeffrey's never met Lycus for more than 10 seconds.
Well said, Mac. Hero point. I'm just fucking with you. No, not really.
What? No.
Sorry, but Sorry, I'm doing math in my head.
Math.
Ooh, Jeffrey is barely hanging on.
Oh, he didn't die.
Jeffrey is beyond bloodied. Really close. Bad Nerd hits you, right? You make the crack about the kidney, and as he kind of peels back, he's got the axe in the one hand, and just takes a wild swing. Just sent Jeffrey, a quartermaster, unaware of the trials of combat, isn't paying attention as the blade whistles through the air and catches him square in the chest.
Jeffrey, no!
Wrong place,
Jeffrey.
wrong time.
Okay, Pim with Luna on deck.
Okay, so Pim is up on the scaffolding. She's going to go towards that hole in the wall. Oh yeah, sorry, I was messing with stuff. She's gonna go towards this little hole.
Okay.
Oops, god damn it. Grab. And I'm gonna peek inside.
Okay.
So move and then.
No, she's not going to go that far.
Oh, how far is
She's
that?
going to go one step, one
Right
square
here.
to the right of that.
Right here.
Yes.
That's
That's
I mean, look,
Where she
this is
goes.
all happening at the same time, right? But yes,
yeah.
I'm staying within
As all this
range.
is happening, it's like Pink Panther.
Yeah.
David, are you? Oh, I see.
There you go. There is your reveal.
Oh,
Pim, as you get up there and you creep in, there's a chair. You see a dining room. It's empty, and it looks unused,
uh-huh.
except it is not uninhabited,
Mhm.
as one of the vampire monks is kind of sitting on the chair, and you see kind of head picked up, kind of starting to listen to the commotion up front.
Okay. Last move. Head back to Luna, and she'll say, "There's someone in there. I want to check the other entrance. See if it'll be any easier."
You guys are still in Viz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's Pim's turn.
Wait.
Yeah.
Move down, move
Wait.
up. No, you have one action left, huh?
Did I get a perception check for that room at all or anything?
If you want to make one, sure.
That would be my third action.
Make a perception check. All right, make a perception check.
Or. Let me just check one thing.
Just-
I'll
When you check that,
looking
they-
at the room,
tools?
there's doors. There's a door here, and it looks like an open passageway over here.
Yeah, I mean, we want to get to the back of the building anyway, right?
But this starts to get a little tricky with movements and being in turn order and trying to keep 30 feet. I actually think
We're so
we
well. Hear me out. Since we're not really like in a combat encounter, can we sort of say like we are moving together?
Yeah,
If
I'll
we're
say
gonna
that-
move
that's
somewhere
why
together, we're
that's why you
moving.
guys move your turns together. Like you guys are roughly like keeping close.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to check this one spell.
Yeah, give me your perception check whenever you're ready. If for the room.
I don't think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
How many actions is this? Wait, this doesn't say how many actions it is.
What
That's
is it?
weird. It's a spell called Clairaudience.
Claire audience. I think I've seen it around. That's because it has a cast time of a minute.
Cast 1 minute. Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Okay, nope. Then what I will do is just start creeping around to take a look at the other entrance.
Okay.
And
So
I'm not sure
move
how
over
far I'll get.
So 30 feet ahead of Luna here.
I can only go 25
Okay, so 25 feet ahead of Luna.
because that, what's it called, is not on us anymore.
Yeah, and you're just the gnome.
And I'm just a little gnome.
So yeah, you get right up to that square right there.
Thank you.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's Pim's turn. Luna, you are up.
You can move through my square.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we have to be on the scaffolding still.
You work.
I got a lot. I got 35 feet.
Here, I'll give you a second
Um,
ruler so you can kind of go for like 30 feet from Pim. So 30 feet from Pim is right here.
That's okay. That's pretty much. You tell me, is this movement okay?
As long as you're kind of going through the center of the squares, so there's actually... One sec. Yeah, so you'd have to go kind of... So you can, like Hannah said, you can move through Pim's square. You don't have to go around Pim.
Yeah, go right there to the
Kinda
35
like
mark.
get-
Right there. And then go down.
No, so that's a little awkward because... So the arrow has to move through the center of the square. Right? So you could just do this. It's the same movement.
Okay.
Yeah, just do
Boom.
2 movements
Go
and then
down.
a seek and then a peek.
The old seek and peek here. I'll give you the...
This was
Yeah.
like the 30 mark here. Okay.
Yeah, that's
well,
it.
we're pretty much moving here within range.
Perfect. And then
Seeing
you
if
can
there's anything
peek around the
inside.
edge.
Ooh, we peek around the edge. Okay.
A little sneak and peek.
Come on, money, give us a big
Yo,
reveal.
sneak and peek. All right, let me just draw out my polygon reveal. Luna. As you peer in from the back, and the room open up okay for you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
As you peer in, you see the inner sanctum of the Temple of Korome. You see stone pews lined in the center of the sanctum, a giant shrine erected at the heart. You can see engraved on the tiles below is the sigil of a shield. And you see sitting on the shrine, dressed in half-plate armor, with a buckler on the left hand and a mace in the right, an armored dwarf. Dressed, over the armor though, you can see tabards and robes similar to a priest, but clearly not a priest in the sense of one who would be just reading books. You can see as the mace is twisted in the hand, there's a comfortability there. And you see as he kind of stands up, he looks outwards. From your angle, you just see Kyra de Muerto, bloodied and injured, being chased by Edanor into the hallway as the priest stands up. Kind of a bushy beard and says, I, Guardian Thiarl Bronzefist, by the power invested in me by the deity Korome of the Pantheon of Oros, hereby grant you sanctuary. And that right there is where we will call our session of Sandsea Saga.
Ah!
This guy looks like I don't know. Fight him. I don't know.
Oh,
Armored
As soon as
priest.
Jesus.
It's okay. He's a false
Punch the
priest.
priest.
Oh,
Speak
also
now.
too, I will say, because you are rolling a perception check, I don't want to kind of cuck your turn here. Roll, because so it's double move and then a perception.
I could roll a perception check. I didn't roll anything
Yeah.
yet.
If you want to use it as an action, you let me know.
do it.
If you want to try to pick
That'll
out
give
any
us some
detail.
information.
Sure.
Might be
So off guard by
nice.
cuck your turn. My God.
Okay, that was pretty
Sorry,
good.
Selfish.
All right, just sit in that chair over there while we do the real fighting.
That is 29.
29. Let me take a look at something here real quick.
29.
29. Where's the thing? Here it is. I just want to click something here. Okay. With a 29, you notice a few things. 1, blood trail.
Oh, going up here.
Yeah, there's a blood trail from the shrine heading to the north. 2,
That's where we have an idea where the thing is.
Mm-hmm.
To the crypt.
2, as Guardian Bronzefist stands up, you start to hear like a low chant. Not coming from him, but just kind of emanating from the space. It sounds vaguely like Dwarvish. Do you speak Dwarvish?
I think I do, yeah.
Okay. It's very much like holy chants, like
I do speak Dwarven, yeah.
alrighty then, you know, like you can kinda,
Alrighty then.
yeah, it's just a sanctum. It's a choir of an invisible choir offering prayers to Korme.
Oh snap. Okay.
Yeah, so you get this like just religious experience just emanating from this space as you're looking into it.
Man, there's a lot of emotions thinking about this place. You got him, you got Kyra, the vamps and stuff there too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of thoughts.
There's a lot of shit going down, and we're gonna see how it all plays out in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we will return and we'll pick up in combat here right after Luna's turn. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. Before we say goodnight, quick round of goodbyes from our players. Let's say who you are, where we can find you if you want people to do so, and who you played. Let's start with Hannah.
Hello, I'm Hannah. I've been playing Paminia Knuckle, everyone's favorite charming gnome bard, with a slight disposition for compulsive lying. And when I'm not here playing Pim, I'm playing Farin Balmiar over on our sister campaign, Unearthed Inheritance. You can also check us out over on Tales Archive, playing in the Pirates of the Dual Seas campaign. That's all from me.
Okay. Ollie, I think was next.
Yeah, hey. I've been your Captain Lycus. Thank you for riding Air Merryfolk. If you look to your left, you'll see the exit. Please take it promptly and follow me on Blue Sky at Lycus the Stratus.
Yeah. Alright. Max.
I am Max. I played Edanor tonight. Please don't find me, and just we'll go from there.
We'll go from there.
We'll just keep it cool.
We'll just keep it cool. This is where I be. This is the only place where I be. Don't find me elsewhere.
Yeah, you won't. It's like a unicorn on the
You know,
internet.
by telling the internet not to find you, everyone's
You're
going
just
to
gonna
find
get doxxed.
you.
All right. Please don't dox Max.
Please don't.
Nigel.
And I'm Nigel, played Lunazar Elwins. You could find me on Instagram at I am Nigel P. So if you don't want to find Max, I'm available.
He's got a lot of shirtless pics.
I got some shirtless stuff.
I got some shirtless stuff.
He's probably got an OF that he hasn't told anybody about.
Oh man,
Those feet pics.
I've
Oh
tried.
my god.
Well,
I've tried.
I won't be there, but you can find me here playing more Pathfinder in the Heroes of Histaeria games, playing some Terra Machia in Mavet's Heart, and you can also find me over at Tales Archive, where I'm playing Whistle, the Covenant, in the Known Realms Telesh campaign every Sunday night. Go check us out. Also, my name is David. Thanks for hanging out, guys. It's a late night, and we're out of here.
Yeah.
Bye.